I actually forgot to start this off. You guys check out the description below. Check out Saeed's newsletter. Definitely got some good stuff in there. The things going on around the league. And yeah, man, let's kick this off.
Cookies, man.
Definitely.
To orange cookies.
Appreciate you, man. And yeah, man, the league is shaking up. Shit is getting lit out here, man. I'm not gonna lie.
The Rockets' third pick is actually pretty dope. I can't lie. The Rockets, man, they just have a lot of questions, but they have a lot of good questions. I can't lie. Like, how will they build a team? Who are their franchise guys? Who are their keystone, like, cornerstones? It's going to be interesting how this third-round pick plays into that. Because they also have an experimental player in Jabari Smith Jr. So I'm kind of wondering, now he's entering his third year. At what point are they like, all right, you know what, we're going to take our losses? Or are they just going to embrace this third overall pick and make him into their star guy? Whoever they draft.
Yeah, but they actually might not need a star. You know what I mean? They might not need that.
They might go the Pacers route?
Not necessarily. They can go towards, I would say, what's the team I'm thinking of as an example? They can go the Golden State route. You know what I mean? Like, develop within. Get your Draymond Green, get your Clay, get your Steph.
No, I don't think
not necessarily a superstar. I don't think they need to make
a trade, right? I don't think they need to make a trade. What I'm saying is, like, okay, right now they have a lot of experimental players that they're kind of working on, right? Like Jabari Smith Jr. With this third overall pick, will that pressurize the Rockets to, like, or Jabari Smith Jr. to really, like, show improvements and show jumps that, you know what, I'm the second option on a championship team, or I could be this? Because he's still extremely young. He's only 20 years old. Second year player. He's still figuring out his body. And for a young center, it gets difficult, right? But now you're at the age of 21, contracts coming up. A lot of questions will come to, like, is he that cornerstone that we want? Or is he just, like, another average big?
Whoa, okay, but before you do all that, the Rockets are going to need to get that fucking shooter first. Get a good shooter in there, then you can see where everyone's at.
Yeah.
That's their problem.
That is true.
Get that good shooter in there. I think
a lack of shooting also hurts, like, Jabari's development, too. Because I think Jabari is a good off-ball player.
Hey, maybe they need to hit up the fucking Brooklyn Nets and be like, hey, stop fronting out here. Send Mikal Bridges over. We'll give you your draft picks back. And let's make this shit work, and let's see where Houston's really at.
Mikal's really good, because if you're looking at I think even Kuzma would be really good. A veteran forward is just the most ideal thing.
Kuzma's not gonna be a good fit. You're gonna need a player that's gonna play both ends. Even if Mikal doesn't do it, his fit is actually better. Because they need that shooter.
I think he'll have a jump on defense too, because I think his defensive rep has really taken a hit this season. But I think now he'd be like, what, third option? I think he'd be much more focused on the defensive end too.
Yeah, but the Rockets overall, man, like they're still in a good spot. They're still in a good spot.
Very good spot. Very good spot. That's awesome.
And I'm looking at their cap sheet here. They got plenty of breathing room to sign somebody. They still got breathing room,
because they have
and they got guys locked in.
I think Jayshawn Tate's what, 25, 26, around that age, and he's on a very comfortable deal. That's solid. I think Dillon Brooks and Fred VanVleet, they're on solid contracts. They have a lot of breathing space. I don't know if Jeff Green is a free agent, or he's still assigned.
Jeff Green, let me see. Now they got him locked in until 2025-26.
Okay, so yeah, they have solid veterans, solid guys under contract. So the Rockets are comfortable.
Hell yeah, even Cam Whitmore, they got him locked in until 2027.
Yeah, I want to see more of Whitmore next season. I want to see more of Thompson next season. A lot of guys, I think the Rockets are going to be real fun. Play-in team probably, but they're going to be a lot of fun. Maybe even a playoff team. Screw it. You never know. We saw the Kings fall this season. Who knows? Maybe they might make a surprise if the Pelicans don't figure it out.
I think low-key the Warriors and the Lakers might end up still falling.
Bro, I think the Kings might still fall too.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible.
Because we'll talk about it later. I forgot to add that.
All right. And then also going down the draft line. So this year's lottery was kind of interesting because a lot of teams fell. Detroit fell down to the 5th pick. Yeah, the Hawks jumped up 9 spots. The Nets jumped up 6 spots. The Spurs moved up 1. The Pistons fell 4. The Hornets and the Trailblazers fell 3 spots. And the Raptors, Grizzlies, and Jazz fell 2 spots. That's crazy. Have we ever seen this before like this?
No, we never seen it like that. But I don't think Memphis cares that much about it. I think Memphis is looking at depth anyways.
Hey, yeah, they got the 9th overall pick, the Memphis Grizzlies. Yo,
They're looking at depth because they did a I think Memphis got underrated because like obviously nobody gave a shit. But I thought their midseason moves was really good. The way they were able to get able to move off of contracts, maybe get a little younger. Now they're gonna do a lot of draft. They're gonna draft a lot. They're gonna draft some players. They're in a solid position to like really rebuild. And I really like GG Jackson.
Yeah, GG Jackson was he was doing his thing towards the end of the year.
Oh, dude, he was a sleeper.
Yeah, but Jean Morant has a lot of work ahead of him because his peers, man, this season they got it off. Luka and Edwards. Yeah, Jean Morant.
Even Zion really shined late in the season.
I say that again.
Even Zion shined in them late in the season.
I forgot about the Pelicans. Yeah, that's another team that's up on the rise.
Oh, that team needs to make a pivot off for Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna happen.
I'm not sold on Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, but also the Spurs got the 4th overall pick. Let's see if they could get something solid in there.
What are they trying to get? Sar?
I don't know who they're trying to get, but it looks like they're gonna take their time the first 3 years with it.
I don't mind, dude. I think everyone overreacts because of how good Wemby looks.
Me personally, I thought so too. But like he's done a few interviews after the season ended. I'm telling you, bro, his mentality, I don't know, man. If he could wait on the Spurs, I'll be honest with you,
but I think what
can't
the
take their time like that.
Maybe bring in some veterans and kind of mold them in to like maybe winning basketball. That's the best they could do. Maybe get DeJounte Murray, who's familiar with the San Antonio system. I don't know. There's a lot of interesting things they could do, or maybe they might just get like maybe there's an offer too good for them to say, you know what, let's speed it up a little bit.
To me, they should they don't have to like put the full pedal to the metal, but start getting some veterans in there. You know what I mean?
You think they could pull a Dallas? Like, all right, yeah, Luka 2 years in, okay, you know what? Let's get Porzingis and ride it from there.
Hey, there's always a pivot. if a lot of these teams this season have shown you, there's pivots, man. There's pivots you can make. Dallas made a pivot. The Knicks made a pivot. There's ways to get better. You don't have to get the superstar splash.
No, you don't, bro. I think like OG Anunoby was one of the best trades in the season. Indiana, they were hot. They cooled down. Okay, yeah, we'll bring in a second star. Brought in Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, but one thing about this year's lottery again, I love the fact that if you tanked, you got fucked. Like I do not like the tanking shit. I think that's bad for the NBA, man.
It is bad overall, dog. It's like, man, at least try half the season. Like if you're starting the season off like shit, then it's like, why should I be a season ticket holder?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I see the Utah Jazz got the 10th pick. The Bulls got the 11th. Man,
the Jazz competed this season. I can't lie.
Yeah, they did.
They did have moments of competing.
Yeah, they did. You think the Bulls are gonna be able to rebound?
Dog, I don't know about the Bulls anymore.
Man, they're gonna have to move.
The Bulls are one team. The Bulls are one team that I'm just so confused. Like I think this offseason they'll sign Taurean Prince and call it a day. Like that team, I don't even know anymore.
That's crazy, like, Taurean Prince and call it a day. That's
like
wild.
The more I think they should get younger, the more they get older. If that makes sense. So I was like, what the hell do I do? What the hell do I say now?
Yep. Now in this whole lottery conversation, the big dundada is the Atlanta Hawks getting the #1 fucking pick, man. Yo, is Trae Young days out there numbered, man? Let's keep it a buck.
Oh, it's numbered. It's numbered. Dude, I look, Trae Young, bro, the way the NBA is moving, right? Trae Young is one of the youngest players in the league. Okay, but look at the other guards competing in its conference. Maxey, Haliburton, Brunson.
Yeah, Dame is in there.
In this conference.
You got Pablo. You got Donovan Mitchell. Yes.
Yeah, but I'm talking like
Maxey. Yeah, like you said.
Yeah, Donovan could also be in that same age group. But I'm talking about his peers. Damian's kind of like the veteran.
Oh yeah. Okay. I didn't hear you on that. Okay, you saying his peer?
Yeah, but obviously, if you're talking overall competition, you got to include him.
Yeah, he's a little bit behind his peer group, especially the way his franchise invested in him by making a number of trades and also firing 2-3 coaches.
Yeah. Dude, and like, let's be honest. At one point, Trae became mainstream. Now you don't hear Trae Young like that anymore. I remember after the Knicks series,
Mm-hmm.
fucking WWE brought him on just to like be a part of their show. A lot of advertisements like Trae, Ice Cold Trae became like he became a big figure. Now it's kind of slowed down. So it's like Trae Young. I think a lot of it's like his brand has taken a hit, and I think Atlanta's taking a hit because you go full on a 5'11" point guard, you're not gonna get anywhere. Even though I think they made a lot of mistakes, I do like Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson, is it Jalen Johnson? He's a dog. He's a
Mm-hmm.
good player.
Now,
He's the overall package, right? But dog, can you win with a duo like that? No, you can't.
no, you can't.
Like,
And then, are they really out of it, even with the number one pick? Because they're saying this year's draft is weak.
yeah, it's a weak dude. I mean, one of the scouts said the best player you'll get is Tobias Harris. Now, Tobias Harris, I hate to say it, but we just saw what kind of player he was in the playoffs.
Shit.
Like, let's be real with each other. I mean, you probably Tobias Harris might as well wear a Knicks jersey, bro. That series.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened to him, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think in this year's draft it's gonna be like fully weak. I think there's gonna be a lot of good
There
picks.
might be some sleepers.
Yeah, there's gonna be sleepers in between. I would say 9 or 7 and
Utah,
like 14.
I think Utah will be able to pick up a sleeper. I can't lie.
Yeah, Utah, Chicago, Oklahoma City could probably pick
I
one
don't
up.
believe in Chicago scouting.
Oh, you don't believe in that? I know Oklahoma City's sitting at 12.
Oklahoma's good at scouting. They'll probably find another solid guy. But Chicago, I don't know. I mean, what draft pick have you? Okay, man. Let's be honest. What draft pick in recent memory have you said like, oh shit, yeah, Chicago made a banger of a draft pick?
Ooh,
Like
it's
Kobe
been a
White,
minute. Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, Scottie
Uh,
Pippen, Kobe White. Like, like Kobe White might be the best one, and it's
yeah,
like okay.
maybe Ben Gordon. Damn, wow. You right. It's been a
So,
minute.
like Patrick Williams, who is he? Wendell Carter Jr. is a solid role player, but he became solid after he left and went to Orlando. After he got traded away to Orlando, like they just don't have the good eye for talent. Like it's been a long time. Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah, those eras are like a decade ago, bro. I was that's like I was 7 years old when they drafted those guys.
Yeah, you're right. That is a minute ago.
Yeah.
What the
That's
fuck?
a minute. They haven't drafted anybody sexy in a long time.
Yeah, you're right. It has been a flaw, and for most teams, as you can see in the playoffs, you gotta land on a few of them. You gotta land on something.
You gotta at least say one. Like, okay, yeah, that's respectable. Like with the Utah Jazz, Cavante George is a dog. I really like Cavante George, so it gives me a little bit of confidence that you know what, maybe Utah can draft someone solid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be tricky. Maybe Atlanta should trade out of that number one pick.
Maybe unless they get an offer really good. Like I'm talking, I thought they should have got for Siakam. I think he would have made a huge difference. I mean, we see that with the Atlanta Pacers series,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. It's weird, man. I don't know what Landry Field's goal is. Like you understand a team's goals, right? Like I think the Knicks for them it's like be conservative until they have like an offer they can't refuse, and it's worked out well for the Knicks.
Yeah.
But with this team, the Atlanta Hawks, it's like okay, you're conservative, but what are you conservative of? Because they like, when Delino Gallinari, he was key. Like Delino Gallinari to 2021, great playoff player, right? I'm saying like Delino Gallinari was a key player. I'll say even like third best player on their team, right? 2021. But since then they didn't even pivot. So it's like, what options do they really have? Like they didn't really pivot to bring in another guy next to Trae Young or another like key role players, dogs on that team.
No, they didn't. They didn't. And what about that trade? The small forward from Sacramento that they got, the shooter, Bojan.
Kevin Huerter.
No, not Kevin Huerter. The other one, Bojan.
Bojan's a dog. Yeah.
Yeah, but they gave up a lot for him.
Yeah.
They
had to give up a lot because like they had to give up a lot because the Bucks almost had the deal.
Yeah, I think Atlanta's gonna have to make a decision on Trae Young and then flip that pick.
After 2021, it's like they made great moves. 2021, I can't lie. Clint Capella, great playoff player.
Mm-hmm.
I really like him. You brought in Gallinari, great signing. You know he was always reliable. You brought in Bogdanovich, great 6-man, right? But after that, it's like nothing. Like we haven't heard anything that's like really remotely like interesting from the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, they got Sadiq Bey. They landed on that center. They gave away Cam Reddish. I mean, the team is not bad. It's that the fit is just too. It feels like they're one of these teams that got the next best available player. You know what I mean?
Like ideally, they should have done like the Knicks, really bringing forwards next to their guards.
Yeah, but the Knicks have an identity. The Hawks' identity is like almost right now, no defense, and just score.
Barely any offense.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in when you spend a lot. How much money have they spent? Yeah,
they spent a lot.
Yeah, they spent a lot. Yeah, you're right.
Contracts.
Wow, next season. Next season. The following season, 24-25, they're gonna be on the hook for some money, man. Oh wow.
Yeah, a lot. And they fired 3 coaches. Let's not forget that. So
they're gonna have to
they
bail.
can't change personnel.
Yeah, they're probably gonna bail on Trae more than likely.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, it's a really tough position to be in. I don't think a coaching change is gonna fix anything over there. And they just got a coach. They just got that coach from the Utah Jazz.
Yeah.
Yo, what do you think? What do you think about the Phoenix Suns, man? They got Mike Budenholzer, man.
Reactionary moves, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Yo, that big 3 era is done. It's officially the last nail in that coffin has been made this season, man. It's done. That era is over. It's over. And Bradley Beal.
That team is done, bro. Bro, like the thing with them is they don't have point guards, bro. That was always a problem with them. Is their offense becomes one-on-one. And the thing with Timberwolves, great defensive team, by the way. Awesome defensive team. Even though right now, we're laughing at them now, but let's be honest, a month ago, everyone was talking about, Rudy Gobert is like Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace.
Correct. Correct. And it ended up being a good move for them, but it's like the Phoenix Suns, they've gotten so bad at the center position, they even got to have Banks or even Kevin Durant. They had to toss him down there.
Yeah, and like Nurkic is solid. Nurkic is a reliable center.
Yeah, but defensively, he's been bad for them.
Yeah, bro, he doesn't have a leg anymore. Like after that 2019 injury.
Yeah, and then the problem
Nurkic is in that same. Yeah, Nurkic is in the same 2018 Nurkic anymore. This is a guy on the decline with the borderline career-ending injury.
Yeah, and it's been like that since he's been in Portland. Let's keep it above.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When he fucked up his leg, because he was. Let's be honest, in Portland he was a second star. At times I thought he was better than CJ McCollum.
Yeah, and the thing about the Suns is that I always saw this team, especially when they got Bradley Beal, and I thought, are they gonna jump shoot a team to death? Like they take some hard ass shots. Everyone's fading away.
That's the whole series.
They don't get to the free throw line. This shit is crazy. I'm just like, man, this is a real interesting team, man. It's a real interesting team, and I feel like Bradley Beal. This is what happens when you get a star player, quote unquote, when he's been a star in a place with no expectations for so many years. Yeah,
I mean, Doug, the Suns, it was okay. Now I think they're a little bit in pressure because like the league is moving fast, right?
Yeah.
Bradley Beal, bro, it's like, dog, it's a guy in empty stats, right? And look, I'm a fan of the Kevin Durant move. I don't know your opinion. I thought it was the right move at the time. I still think it's the right move.
What, to go to the Suns?
Now the question is, no, the Suns training for him. I don't know, ideally, I just don't know what other franchise Kevin Durant could have gotten to.
Yeah, but hold on. But here's the thing, though, right? Because we talked about the end of the Big Three era. The Suns' Big Three is a little bit different though, because they traded for 2 stars. The other Big Three signed guys through free agency, so that kind of makes it tough. I just wanted to toss that in there. But go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I agree with you on that. I guess them and the Celtics.
Wait, say that again. Them and the Celtics?
Yeah, 2008. I think they traded for Garnett and Ray
Allen. Garnett and Ray Allen. I'm not sure how the contracts worked, but I don't think. Man, maybe Ray Allen was on the decline, or maybe they had like 1 year left.
They were both on the decline of their careers.
Yeah, they were
a little bit on the, because Garnett was far removed from his MVP form.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's beside the point.
But also these guys are like Beal and Durant. They're getting paid a shit ton of money. Yeah, and they're on the decline.
And Beal has nothing like. Beal is a great off-ball player, but when you don't have a point guard next to him, it becomes hard. And Beal historically never been known as a good playoff player either.
Yeah, and that's why, again, it should have been a red sign when Pat Riley was skipping over some of these guys. He skipped over Dame. He skipped over Beal. They weren't willing to commit.
Mitchell.
I wouldn't say they skipped over him. I just think the deal didn't work out. But I think they really skipped over Beal and Dame, because their numbers are really high for guys that were in places with no expectation, chucking up a bunch of shots. And yo, Bradley Beal's a little bit off, man. Did you see his comments when he talked about he never got swept? Like in the middle of that series?
What does that mean? Okay, but
he's never even been in a position to get swept. That's the funny thing. You never even made the playoffs like that.
You never made the playoffs like that as a friend. All right, you made it 1 year with Russell Westbrook. You lost in 5. What did he fucking do? Like, okay, 5 is better. 1 is better than 0. I mean, I thought it was a passive-aggressive bullshit comments.
Yeah.
I think at that point, he wanted to throw Vogel under the bus, which he successfully did.
Mm-hmm.
I think reports came out that, Kevin Durant didn't like the style of offense or no offense by Vogel. It's like, dog, the guy's been crying for a point guard, but you guys brought him nothing. Or James Jones and then brought him nothing. I thought they set him up to fail, but it is what it is. It's the business.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Let's check out Bradley Beal after the sweep, though.
I'll be damn, huh?
Hey, bro.
You see, I'm trying to make light of the situation. It's a shitty feeling. Excuse my language. Definitely is. You have huge expectations for yourself as a team, and obviously, individually, to contribute and be a part of something really big. And the series just sucked. And obviously the last game for me was horrible. So it's hard to process, but you're a man, you take it on, you take it in stride. Learn how to get better from it, and look forward to the summer to get better, how we can be better, how I can be better. And
for them to be better, right? So how can they be better?
Well, I think it's indicating coaching.
Man, coaching cannot save you from just your whole offense is taking tough shots.
Yeah, dog. It's like, I wonder what Budenholzer is gonna implement, because Budenholzer, he's not known for adjustments at all. And Budenholzer is a championship coach, which makes sense. You don't need a developing coach for this, a veteran squad.
Mm-hmm.
But who are they gonna sign? Kyle Lowry?
They can't, and that's another thing. Summer 2024-25, the new CBA kicks in. So the new CBA punishes teams that are set up like the Phoenix Suns. All these max players on the roster.
And you also, you look at it, Grayson Allen, they don't have role players, bro. They don't have, besides Grayson Allen, they don't have any interesting role players.
Mm-hmm. And peep this, right? They just re-signed Grayson Allen, their best three-point shooter. But even though the money that they gave him, they had to pay a luxury tax on it. So, his money is like 15 to 18 million a year. But with the luxury tax, man, they're paying double that.
And he was a playoff dropper.
Yeah. And when he got hurt, that's when they really struggled. But again, when
that's a double-edged sword.
It's a double-edged sword. But when they go up against guys like in the T-Wolves, McDaniels, and then you got Rudy Gobert, and then you got the strong-ass Edwards, they took hard-ass shots against those guys, man. They were just trying to jump shoot that team to death, and that shit was never gonna work.
And they wanted him to jump shoot.
Yeah, they were taking some really tough-ass shots. And
it's like, dog.
And Devin Booker, when the league, I believe in March, they kind of emphasized the more rules of just allowing more physicality. Devin Booker, ever since, man, he's kind of been looking a little different when he takes the ball to the rack. He's not as good of a finisher.
Well, I think Booker's playoff reputation is kind of done, in my opinion, bro.
Nah, he has much room to improve and get better. He's a good player. He's a good player.
I think he's I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm saying that whole 2021 Booker is a playoff riser, I think is kind of dead in the water.
I got to see more evidence on that.
So you're giving him much more breathing room, or what?
I would say he's been
Because
through
I
a lot
think
of
the Mavericks
changes.
series was so disappointing.
Yeah,
The
but he's
Mavericks series was so disappointing. The Nuggets and the Timberwolves was the most disappointing, bro.
wait. Hold on. The Mavericks series, was KD on the team or no?
No, that was when they ran it. That was when they ran it back.
They ran it back with Chris Paul again, and they got eliminated.
Mavericks series, yeah.
Man, I don't remember
And then
that,
Paul.
but yeah, you probably right. But
That was when Brunson became that guy.
yeah, but I remember Chris Paul was kind of fucked up that season.
And Chris Paul's always fucked up every season, man.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's tough, man, because the Suns have gone through a lot of changes.
Yeah, they have, but that season it wasn't much changes. Then obviously you bring in Kevin Durant, but you still had a familiar roster. Okay, you took down Mikel, you brought in Kevin Durant. That's an upgrade no matter which way you look at it, because you still have the same core.
Mhm.
This season it's much more. This season was kind of injuries and all that stuff throughout the season, but when playoff time comes, bro, all those excuses kind of leave because like everyone's available, you know.
Yeah.
And even when they were healthy, they didn't look all that sexy. Like their offense wasn't sexy at all this season.
It wasn't, and the way the Timberwolves won, they beat them down, man. They beat those boys down. Pause,
Well,
but
bro, we were calling Anthony Edwards Michael Jordan at one point.
yeah, they were looking like that, and that's the difference you're seeing with Edwards in the next series, because the way that the Dallas Mavericks defense with Gafford and what's the other Lively?
Washington,
Yeah,
Derek Jones,
yeah,
Derek
man.
Jones Jr.
and Derek Jones Jr. Like
and
that's
what's the
giving
other
them
guy off the
problems.
bench? Josh Hardy.
Yeah, not Hardy. Yeah, is it Hardy? No, it's Lively. Lively and Gafford is giving Edwards
you got
problems.
Dog, bro, they're big. The Mavs are big, and it's taking a wear on them. Brandon Ingram, I think Brandon Ingram's done, man. I think the whole idea of Brandon Ingram being a star, that discussion's dead. I think at this point, his Piers had passed him up a mile ago. Like, I'm talking Donovan Mitchell, obviously from his draft. I'm talking about Jaylen Brown from like a year before, Jason Tatum. I'm talking. Who else could we consider? Devin Booker, obviously. I think he's just behind now. I think the conversation has passed him up of him becoming a future star. I think that Brandon Ingram at most is a Tobias Harris-esque player, but the thing with the Brandon Ingram, he's a ball stopper.
Yeah, he's a ball stopper, and he's kind of a victim.
He's not that great of a playmaker.
Yeah, but he's kind of a victim of getting the best available. You know what I mean? Like the Pelicans made that trade with the Lakers, and they really kept him because he was just the best available. You know what I mean?
But
like,
also he's a prospect too. He was only 22.
Yeah, but like think about it. They had Brandon Ingram and they still drafted Zion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you could tell the Pelicans have been operating with let's just get the next best available. Like once they drafted Zion, they should have traded Ingram.
They should have, but at the time, let's be honest, we were all discussing like Brandon Ingram being a Kevin Durant Diet Coke. Now it's not looking like that, man. He's not a Brandon Ingram Diet Coke. I think this year for him was like, is Brandon Ingram a star? That should have been on the mind of everyone. Is Brandon Ingram a star?
Yeah, but hold on. Let's keep in mind the Pelicans have done this before. Didn't they have Cousins and fucking Anthony Davis, two guys that operate the same space on the court?
Yeah, but the thing I think with that is a trade, right? So like we knew what DeMarcus Cousins was. They were banking on potential with Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, but they've done this before where some teams they're like that. They're just gonna draft the next best available instead of having a vision. Yo, he's gonna take up the other player that we're developing. He's gonna take up that space.
Yeah.
They don't think like that. It's like, oh, we could just put this guy next to this guy and we could sell tickets. That's how it seems like.
Because I thought the way role players play around Zion is very different. I think Trey Murphy plays better around Zion. Herb Jones plays better around Zion. And all these, like even Jose, it seems like they have no offense. They can't hit their shots. It gets difficult for them.
Yeah, and then there was kind of a meltdown during the playoffs with Ingram. He seemed like he's growing frustrated. Yo, bro, like he can't catch and shoot. They need him to be the catch and shoot guy. He's not that. They need him to defend. He's not that. They need him to rebound more. He's not that.
No, it's not
just
that.
What the fuck, man?
With Zion, we saw him drop 40 points. Like Zion showed that, yo, I'm this franchise. And I think that frustration also came when he got injured. That frustration also played a part in the Pelicans. It's like, what the hell have you guys done for him to like, for him to like play this heavy minutes in a game where they should have already secured the playoffs. You didn't bring him a real second start. Even CJ McCollum, he's kind of done. I don't like CJ McCollum on basketball games.
Yeah, but CJ McCollum, once again, he's one of these guys that he got the opportunity to take a bunch of shots in Portland. Like, but in reality, on a good team, CJ would be like the sixth man.
Yeah,
on most
but
good
even on
teams.
this team, he's getting a shit ton of opportunities. He sucked.
And you saw what happened in the playoffs when he did get the opportunities.
I think it was game 2 or game 3. One of those 2 games where CJ shot the game to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, man.
And credit to Jonas Valanciunas. He's the only one that seemed like he wanted to play basketball. I thought Herb Jones and Trey Murphy Jr. came off solid. I can't lie.
Yeah, I mean, overall, this team, they kind of have a few 3-and-D guys, man, but they're gonna have to make some moves to kind of get more polished. I don't think there's any trade market for Brandon Ingram either.
No, there's not, bro. Okay, I read that Philadelphia might use him as a plan B, but you're just taking how do you integrate him into an offense?
Honestly, even if he averaged 15 points a game, that'd be better than what Tobias Harris did in the playoffs.
Oh, Tobias Harris played for the Knicks.
Yeah, man. Like, he completed 30 minutes a game. He shot them out of that shit, but...
Bro, Evan Kelly, I just got finished. I don't know why. I accidentally deleted my Knicks part of my original, like, the first round post. Mm-hmm. Which I was, like, so pissed about. But I wrote him in the second series. Just for the second round. But, bro, Kelly Oubre looked better than fucking Tobias Harris.
Yeah, Kelly Oubre and Nick Batum.
He gave problems.
Yeah, Nick Batum.
Batum's the dog.
Yeah, he was giving Brunson. They were giving Brunson issues. But yeah. It's but going back to Ingram, man. He had a chance to make All NBA to try to get paid more. It's just not happening, bro.
No, it's done. I don't even think he'll make an All-Star team going further.
Yeah, but his career could still be solid. It could be like the Andrew Wiggins route.
He could be a solid role player, but it's like he needs to do a lot of pivoting.
Nah, he doesn't have to be. He's still a starter, but he could be in the Andrew Wiggins role.
No, I'm saying that he needs to pivot. He's no longer a superstar. Like, he's not a star.
Nah, he never was.
He never was, but there was always an idea that Brandon Ingram is a future of the NBA. It's dead.
Yeah, and that's the fucked up thing. Nowadays, these guys, when they come in the league with I'm the top 2 pick or I'm the top 3, yo, they get the superstar tag in the playoffs. That's where they get that from. Nowadays, I feel like a problem in the league is that they're giving it off rip just because they were drafted.
Got Kobe's locker. You remember the first day of his NBA game, they gave him Kobe Bryant's locker.
Yeah, that's a fucking problem, man.
Yeah, they're like, all right, yeah, this is our next Kobe, and like your next Kobe is like lost to Oklahoma in 5 games.
Yeah, it's tough. But hey, they got a new general manager, I believe, and
it's David Griffin.
Yeah. Well, they hired somebody recently in the front office in New Orleans.
Oh,
it's a new person.
Let's see how that goes for them.
Yeah, but again, to me, the Pelicans, they've always struck me as a team that's always getting the next best available.
They're winging it, man. I don't know what the hell they're
instead of like trying to design a roster that actually fits and players could develop.
I actually like David Griffin. I can't lie, I actually like David Griffin, but it's like, damn. Like, you have good eye for talent, but like the rosters you construct are very questionable.
Yeah, but with Donovan, you know, so funny after the Cleveland series with the Celtics, all the information that leaked out right away. You notice that?
But like he's quick to but I've noticed Donovan's been very quick to say, oh, that's bullshit.
Which I think it is. I think he's staying there, man.
I think so too, bro. The thing is, you know what made me realize he's staying there? Once they fired JB Bickerstaff.
Yeah, you know what's the funny thing about that with JB is that he's done actually a good job, but the only thing is that it's a red flag is that Darius Garland didn't get better in year 2, and what's his name didn't get better, the Mobley guy.
Mobley.
Yeah, they both stagnated.
Yeah. And the only player I can say that competently got better outside of Donovan was Jared Allen.
Yeah, and he looked like he didn't want to be there at the end. He talked about they forced him to get a shot or some shit.
Yeah, because he's not playing. Like, he's forced to be the second option. He doesn't want to be the second option of a team.
Yeah.
He wants to chill.
It's weird, but the media is playing like these type of games. Like Mitchell's gonna leave Cleveland because Cleveland's Cleveland.
Bro, it's small market, man. They hate small markets.
Yeah, they really do. But he's gonna stay there. It's a good fan base. They love the NBA team. Dan Gilbert's done a good job since LeBron left.
Yeah. It seems like he picked up a lot. I mean, they hate him because of that shit too. But I think he's really picked himself up as a GM. Yeah, I have to give him credit where it's due. I think Cleveland overall is a dope like franchise. I think Donovan Mitchell really likes the guys he plays with. Let's see how he pivots, because I saw a lot of great leadership from Donovan Mitchell when he's talking to Darius, trying to improve his role players. Niang and Max Strus had a lot good to say about him. It's gonna be interesting what they do with them. I think they're gonna have to make a big trade in order to like woo Donovan Mitchell for like the next 5 years.
And it's gonna be Garland. Yeah. Garland gotta go, man.
Garland's gone. Mobley's gonna have a lot of pressure to improve because now he's rookie contract's almost over. And I think the reason with Garland, I think what they like about Mobley, what I like about Mobley is he's a great defensive player.
Yeah, but he got to get a jump shot, man. He got to do something else, a post-up game.
Look, the double big lineup doesn't work for Cleveland. There are times where their offense is stagnated. I think I have to give credit to like Strus. Strus played big in the regular season, but that's not a guy you can really like
rely
on to be a second, third option all the time. Because in the playoffs he struggled.
He
I
did.
Can't lie.
But the Cavs this season, what kind of really showed their ass this season was when guys got hurt. You know, December was inconsistent. Then guys got hurt. January was really good when guys were gone. And then, you know, February, March, you know, it was up and down with guys coming in and out of the lineup. And then you see spurts where guys shit was really good. And then all of a sudden guys come back and then shit is kind of up and down. It's like, man, that shit don't work.
Teams figured them out. Like, all right, Sam Merrill was good. But are you really relying on Sam Merrill down the line in a playoff series? Craig Porter Jr., he played solid. He earned himself a second contract, but the team's too talented for him to get minutes. Karis LeVert regressed. A lot of their guys regressed in the playoffs.
Yeah, and
it's a big
they just gave him a contract, right? LeVert? I believe they just gave him a deal.
Yeah, and he's one of the best six men in the league, too. Like, LeVert's going to take advantage of his regular season success, but, like, come on, man. Like, it's a very... This playoff series for their role players was really bad, and I did not like their performance in the Orlando series. I thought that was one of the lamest series I've ever watched. But I have to give credit. Paulo Banchero played good, man.
Yeah, he did. But they kind of underachieved in that series though. They took it too far.
Both teams underachieved.
Yeah, they took it too far.
Because
7
Orlando
games.
wasn't able to. Yeah, Orlando didn't steal one. Both teams didn't steal one game in each other's courts. Like, come on, man. Are you serious? That was a joke.
But the Cavs don't have a first-round pick until 2030, so they leveraged everything that they got for Donovan Mitchell. That's why this shit got to work. Yo, if Donovan doesn't re-sign, I believe in July after the finals, like he has a chance to re-up. If he doesn't re-up over the summer and the beginning of the season starts, they're gonna have to trade him, man.
No, Gilbert made it clear he's trading Donovan.
He has no choice. He has no choice but to.
I think there's a lot of pressure there on Donovan to make a move because, like, it's like, all right, you fuck with Cleveland, but it's like, okay, what's next?
Yeah, what's next is Darius Garland. They're gonna ship him out. I believe that's what's next.
Business. I think it's good, man. I think it's a solid move. With Orlando, I thought Paulo played good. Suggs and Franz really shined in their home season, in their home team courts, but I didn't really like them overall. I thought they were a little bit inconsistent. A lot of baby hiccups on that team. I think they'll figure out later on. Maybe make some moves to bring in some veterans.
AKA
but
Clay.
That's all I really
AKA Klay Thompson.
Yeah. Maybe Klay Thompson, but that's all I could really talk about with Orlando. Other than that, there's nothing like.
Yeah, I mean they're a young team. They played hard. They don't have a point guard to really run the offense, and they don't really have shooters. So once they solve those two things, they might be looking different.
Yeah, and then Oklahoma needed some wings and big, man.
Yo, that series, I have to do a deep dive on that series. It looked like they flamed out with the shooting towards the end.
Yeah, of course, bro, because all their shooting comes from like Aaron Wiggins, Isaiah Joe. Those guys can't hit you shots all the time.
Yeah, it looks like Jalen Williams too, kind of flamed out.
He fizzled out from the first round. I think the first round brought them false hope. because of how easy it was. For them, it was like, I'm not gonna lie, it seemed like they were fucking having the time of their lives in the first round of the playoffs. I'm watching these guys, they're dancing, they're hopping, like they're like, oh yeah, hell yeah, this is about to be a car ride. This is about to be Disney World.
Yeah, and once again, the Mavs after the All-Star break, apparently they have the best defense.
Dude, they're great on defense because they brought in great wings.
Yeah,
like,
and I think that's what killed OKC.
100%. PJ Washington was a riser, man. He played great that series. I'm like,
Oh yeah, my man was looking like Klay Thompson. I was like, what the fuck? That's PJ.
100%. PJ was hooping, and he was kind of like that question mark for me because this will be like the first time he plays serious basketball in 5 years of his career.
Yeah, my man PJ had the b-boy stance and everything. Like he was.
Yeah,
he made a mark.
Great.
He made a mark.
He played great. I have to give him credit where it's due. They just shined, man. That team just shined.
Yeah, but OKC the next season, what is the move? Because you seen what's his name? His wife actually got on social media and started turning up. Gordon Hayward. His wife was complaining about the trade.
Did you see Sam Presti's statement today?
Now, what did he say on it?
Presti said that was my biggest fuck up this season.
Is that I missed on that. Like that's on me. Like, but I'm learning. I'm trying to learn this team. I'm trying to learn the pace of the team a little bit. I'm just trying to be a great observer of the team as it's going through these paces, knowing that it's really going to change on its own in and of itself. Like our team, the last 20 games was significantly different than the first 20 games. This is the same players. You know what I mean? But significantly different. And every time someone changes or develops or we stumble onto something, it changes the rest of the team and how they can perform. And so it's I think it's pretty nuanced, and texturized, but I don't think I read that one perfect, and I'm learning from that in terms of bringing somebody mid-season and especially early on in the process for our team.
I think Hayward expected a different role and he got another result. I don't know what role he expected, but it seems like he wanted a bigger part of the role. But it's like Gordon Hayward, you're on the decline of your career, and you just ate your whole contract.
Yeah, he got paid, man. He continuously gets $100 million deals. I don't know how the fuck.
I mean, dude, teams. He knows. I mean, he's not an idiot. He knows like small market teams like the Hornets will be desperate to sign him. So for me, it's like, dog, what grievance do you? Why do you have this grievance, Hayward? You're far from 2017. We're talking a decade ago now. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Social media. When you got the family members making comments, that's really Hayward. Points. That's really Hayward commenting.
That's Hayward commenting, but it's pillow talk.
Yeah, but sometimes they're talking through their spouse. You know what I mean? Like Stephen Curry's wife when she was like, "Oh, the NBA Finals is rigged," when they lost in 2016.
Al Horford's sister bitching about the Philadelphia 76ers when he was there.
Yeah, there's like a lot of side talk. Because I'm pretty sure, if guys wanted to buckle down on that, their family members would not be tweeting or
100%
posting on Instagram.
Yeah, 100%. It's something that they probably bitch at home, and like obviously, it's gonna like, you know how it is. Okay, so this is why trade for someone and not play them. Missed it by not integrating him. Okay, fair point. Since I have the time today, before the trade, Gordon told Sam he didn't think this trade made sense. So how can you miss? How can you miss when the player told you? Hi, Brody, not sure if you know this, but you need the ball in order to shoot. Okay, so like it seems like Gordon didn't want to be there to begin with.
And when was that trade made? It was like probably he said
trade deadline.
Is that the trade deadline?
Yes. It was one of their biggest moves in the deadline.
I'm not gonna lie, Presti was a little bit conservative this year because even with the what's that player in the Houston Rockets, the one that slapped up his girlfriend? The one that
Kevin
came
Porter?
from Cleveland. Yeah, like no, not Whitmore. The other one, Porter Jr.
Kevin Porter. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
said. Kevin Porter.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, they got a
good,
draft pick through him.
Yeah.
Like after that incident, like OKC got another fucking draft pick. So I'm just like,
Yeah,
Jesus
bro.
Christ, man, trade that up
And-
for a veteran.
And they traded like they made the right move with the Hornets, but I think the Hornets won that trade. I can't lie.
Yeah, that team needs a physical power forward, man.
Yeah, I didn't like the Gordon Hayward trade. I thought it was too safe, but it's clearly like both sides, like clearly Gordon Hayward didn't like that trade either.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, with OKC, just looking at their roster, man, there's a build date on this team, man. It looks like it's 2025-26 summer. That bill's gonna be due. They can't afford all these guys.
They can't afford Isaiah Joe. They can't afford Aaron Wiggins. They can't afford a lot of these guys.
And they still have a bunch of first round picks. Like if Sam Presti holds on to
Mike
these first round
Muscala?
picks, huh?
I'm like Gordon Hayward, Mike Muscala, Bismack Biyombo. Like this is what like for a first seed. This is what you're building your team upon.
But here's what's gonna happen. If Sam Presti holds on to these first round picks for too long, teams are actually gonna lowball him, knowing that he has to get rid of that shit. It's impossible.
Yeah, because right now, all trades go through him. Let's be honest. All trades. Like I expect Kyle Kuzma to be available, and the first person Washington calls is like, "Hey, Oklahoma, we got an experienced championship on our team, experienced champion player on our team. Are you interested?" Sooner or later, they're gonna be like, sooner or later, like you said, they're gonna hold it above their heads. It's like, all right, you guys try to play smartass, and now kiss our ass.
Mm-hmm. Yo, did you see the All NBA selections?
Yeah.
Yo, how the fuck did Tyrese Haliburton once again make that shit? Like he made the Olympic team and the All NBA after that half-ass second half of the season.
Media loves him, man.
Yeah, there's like a complete agenda with this guy.
They love him.
And Jalen, Jalen Brown not making the All NBA is crazy.
These analytics dorks always liked Indiana.
Yeah, they do, but teams that play like that, it's just only so far you can go.
Yeah.
And the Celtics, speaking of that conference, yo, you think in the finals they're gonna be ready, man? They never been smacked in the face.
No, they never have. They lost one game, but even those games were tight.
They were tight, but they never really faced adversity in the playoffs yet. And they have a whole new crew. You know what I mean? Even though some players are experienced, but together as a unit, they really haven't had any adversity at all. They kind of dominated the regular season too.
I think the Knicks would have been really tough for them. I can't lie. Even though I have them beating the Knicks, like ideally I would have had them winning in 6, but the Knicks would have gave them a tough ass time.
Yeah, especially if OG was healthy.
OG, Josh Hart if he was healthy, Jalen Brunson a lot of guys if they were healthy. And if Randall was there, I'd be honest, I think they would have won. They would have went to the finals.
I mean, it's not. I still give the advantage to the Celtics, but Tatum. Man, I think Tatum has the most pressure out of anyone.
100%. Because he was. Look, let's be honest. We gave him the crown of superstar. The moment he dunked from LeBron in 2017 or 2018.
Yeah, but it's almost like because the Celtics, most of the NBA media has some sort of Boston affiliation. They kind of hype him up.
First All NBA team. He's first All NBA team this year.
Now, yeah, which is well deserved, but
no, 100%. But now,
yeah, he's
my bad. You on?
But at the end of the day, it's like it's time, brother. It's time to get past that final hurdle. Make up for 2022 finals.
Doc, that's all he's missing in his resume. MVP. I don't think Tatum will ever get it. To be honest with you, I just don't think Tatum has those kind of performances to win MVP so far in his career. He's still young. Maybe I could be proven wrong, and I'll just shut up about that. But right now, as it is, bro, number one, being a Boston Celtics, a lot of pressure. Let's be honest. When you're a franchise that has Paul Pierce, when you're a franchise that has Larry Bird play, there's high expectations of you becoming that Celtic legend.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're making first All NBA team, You're having these big feats. Everyone's singing your praises. You're expected to make that finals trip. Now your biggest adversary since he came to the league was who? Jimmy Butler. He's not in the picture anymore.
Yo, man, them dudes in Miami, they're like cockroaches, man. They never fucking die.
Yeah.
Who knows?
But that was let's be honest, that's Tatum's biggest adversary.
Yeah.
So I'm talking this year. I'm not talking next year. I'm talking this year as we're speaking, like in present time.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy's at home. Like now the game is open for them. Who are they really worried about right now?
Ooh, wait, so let me ask you this question, right? Let's say
Yeah.
Dallas and the Celtics are in the finals. Which team has the best player?
Dallas. But which team has the best starting five?
Ooh, that's even up for debate because, right? People really overlook. Okay, people really overlook Kyrie because
Boston doesn't have a starting five.
Nah,
Boston doesn't have a starting.
Boston has the most talented starting five, but like in the playoffs.
But right now they don't have a starting five.
Who, Boston?
Yeah.
Why? Wait, KP's coming back for the finals. No?
Yeah, but we're talking right now, like all what we've seen so far, they haven't had a starting five. Like since the second round, right? They haven't had a starting five. When Porzingis is healthy, bro, it's gonna be much more difficult for guys to finish around the rim. I think Porzingis is a big X factor. At times, he'll take on the second option too.
Yeah, but here's the problem, right? With Kyrie and Luka, their finishing is crazy, man. Kyrie off ball, off ball, whether he's on ball, he could pull up from the three, he could finish with both hands. He's actually generating offense for others, and then you have Luka in the middle of all that, man.
Well, I think one of the most ideal teams I could compare him to is like 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers.
Who, the Dallas?
Yeah.
Man, they're looking like 2006 fucking Dallas Mavericks, man.
They're dogs, but
the only thing that's missing is like, unlike that team, hopefully the referees don't fucking give the other team 1,000 free throws.
But I gotta give Luka credit. Dirk, it took him a long time to figure out playoff ball. Luka, it seems like since he came into the league, he figured out playoff basketball.
Yeah, because his fundamentals are just sound, man. He's making a joke out of Gobert right now.
Because you remember the conversation around Dirk? It's like, yeah, Dirk is dope. Dirk is a Hall of Famer. But playoff Dirk, who gives a shit? You remember that conversation before 2011?
No, it wasn't. It was before. I would say it was before 2006. That was the word on Dirk. And then when he made that finals,
2006 it was a word.
No, he made the finals in 06. Like, yeah, he won the MVP.
Remember, but then you remember he shot himself in 27. Then it was a couple first round eliminations.
Yeah, you're right. They got eliminated by Golden State in the first round when he won MVP.
Yeah. So that was a conversation around him.
Yo, but I swear to God, 2006 was a turnaround time for Dirk. I never seen him that aggressive. He was like a different player.
He became a superstar, but he wasn't known for his playoff success.
Yeah, he really wasn't known for that. But 06 is where he really broke through. And I think had the league changed the rules with the way they officiated the fouls. I think Miami would have lost that.
But he's a superstar. Dirk was no doubt a superstar his whole career. But Luka just seems like he's ready. Like he came into the league ready. I think Kyrie really likes Dallas. Yeah, that was one of the things. Like,
but they're gonna have to give Kyrie his flowers. They're gonna have to give Kyrie his flowers with that because the fit is perfect.
Luka is a leader. Like I think guys like PJ Washington, they owe everything to him. I think guys like PJ Washington owe everything to him.
Yeah, Luka gets some open shots, but man, I'm telling you, man, having Kyrie out there with Luka is a problem, bro. Because at some point, you're gonna have to double team Kyrie.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be. Let's see, Derek White. Derek White has the reputation of being a defender.
Yeah, and Kyrie, I forgot about this. Kyrie right now is making Anthony Edwards exhausted, bro.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards caught that fit, and look what happened.
Yeah, Kyrie is ultimate skill, man. Ultimate skill. And people, the media, because, he committed the deadly sins of speaking about the jab and religious groups and went up against LeBron. So they act like Kyrie didn't make that shot in 2016 in the finals.
Yeah, I mean, they rewrote a lot of this history. I think it was Stephen A. Smith talking about retirement is like, dog, what are we doing here, man? You're gonna drag a 28-year-old. You're gonna drag a. He's an adult now, but 28-year-old guy to retire just because of a few unorthodox statements.
Yeah, man. It's just Stephen A. Smith is pretty much trolling. He's become a troll character now. But yeah, the media just the now, like, you see the media kind of slowly backpedaling, and because they understand now they look stupid if they continue to shrug off Kyrie. They look dumb.
Yeah. They do look dumb, bro. Okay, yeah, he said a couple controversial things, but he's still producing on the court. That's all I care about. In all honesty, I don't care what a player says as long as he's producing.
Yo, but like, you see, okay, but you see, the thing is, right? Kyrie, especially with the situation with the jab in the Northeast, I'm telling you, man, it's almost like a religion with the jab.
Oh, 100%.
There's like, some people that believe all I know, the powers that be in the Northeast believe if you don't take the jab, you can't go outside, and if you have a job, you should lose it. That's what they firmly believe up there, especially during the pandemic. There were people that lost their pensions. I remember
Eric Adams' comments, Mayor Eric Adams' comments about it.
Yeah, and then you can see even the Brooklyn Nets believe in the same thing, because when you think about it, they broke up the KD-Kyrie pairing over all this shit. Yeah,
and like Mark Cuban, Dallas, Texas doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly, and they're reaping the benefits. But in the Brooklyn, nobody's saying it right now, but the Brooklyn Nets look stupid as fuck for giving up on all this shit. Of course,
because they were like, okay, yeah, we want a micro rebuild. Micro rebuild, bro. I'm tired of the concept of micro rebuilds, because a micro rebuild works for certain franchises. You know how hard is it to like pivot one way or another? It's very difficult.
It's very difficult, but once again, man, there's a certain ideology up there, man. I'm telling you, if you don't take the jab, they have major issues, man, with you. They have major issues.
I'm not gonna. Politics is above my pay grade when it comes to sports.
Nah, but in New York City, it's all about that, man. It's crazy. Did you see Andrew Wiggins? It's the same thing in the Bay Area. Didn't you see Andrew Wiggins say?
Of course, there's the liberal states.
Yeah, but like but like it's specific places though, because Andrew Wiggins was like, "Oh, I have my religious reasons," and next thing you know, he took it because they probably was gonna cut him.
Yeah.
Like, that's how far deep that shit goes, man.
You're gonna sit your ass in the bench, or you're not. Like, the NBA would have played along too. The NBA is big in that shit. They're in Massachusetts. They're also in a liberal state, so they would have probably pulled that shit too. All right, yeah. Players, if you're gonna overreact, we're gonna fucking make sure that you don't get paid. Like, we can terminate your contract, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Look at the New York Knicks, right? During the pandemic, not one player fought against the jab on the Knicks. Not one player even fought against the idea of taking it. They all just took it, because it's like out there. I'm telling you, man, you don't take that shit. Kyrie was standing on an island by himself, and I was like, and I always thought, I was like, yo, they're about to blow up the whole Brooklyn Nets over this whole jab shit. Makes no sense.
But let's be honest, Brooklyn fell the moment Julius Randle became a star. Because let's be honest, nobody gave a fuck. Well, Kevin Durant could have won a championship, and I promise you the conversation would have been around Julius Randle.
Yeah, it was. New York City never, ever. Yo, the energy was never with the Nets. And you know, it's so funny you saying that. I think the moment the Nets messed up is when James Harden didn't want to sign the extension. Everyone knew something was wrong over there.
Yeah.
Think about it. To this day, James Harden is still trying to sign that same exact extension. That extension that he was looking for was what the Brooklyn Nets offered him. What he's looking for right now with the Clippers is what the Brooklyn Nets originally offered him. He didn't get it in Philly.
Yeah, and the ball is on the team's court now. The ball is on Ballmer's court.
Yeah, and speaking of Ballmer, what the fuck happened to the Clippers? I don't think James Harden is going to get that extension, man. Like,
no,
what the fuck happened?
Bro, they're going to pay Paul. They're paying Paul before they pay James.
I don't know about that. I have a feeling they're going to pay James before Paul.
You think so? I mean, they both shot themselves in the playoffs.
But you see, here's the funny thing, right? There's so many other teams in desperate situations. They're going to be willing to pay these guys regardless.
They paid Ty Lue today. Did you see that?
Yeah, they finally gave him the money, yep.
Well deserved, by the way. I saw a lot of people in the group chat, they like to slander him in my group chat, and I'm like, dog, Ty Lue's a good coach, man. Even this series, I thought what he did was like, okay, he lost. Let's be honest, bro. Without Kawhi, they're weak in the forward position. No more Nick Batum. you have to rely on all that PG Tucker and Amir Coffey, who hasn't really figured out in the NBA.
Yep. Yep. But you know, at the
I thought he did okay. I can't lie. I like Ty Lue a lot. I thought it was a good extension. The Clippers seem like they're insistent on trying to make it work, and Ty Lue is collecting checks. So good for him.
But what did you think about the series? Like,
oh, the series was bad. I think it's a period. I'm at that point now where I don't believe in the Clippers. I think Minnesota's shown to be on the rise. They're gonna obviously pivot depending this offseason. We can talk about that later. I think Oklahoma's on the rise. Denver is gonna be Denver. You know, Memphis will come back. And, you know, you have these odd teams like the Rockets. Maybe they could, maybe Rockets can make a move. Maybe Rockets can, figure it out. Maybe Pelicans can finally figure out a competent roster. You talk about, obviously, the Mavericks. I forgot the Mavericks. The Mavericks are going to be a force for years because they have the unicorn, one of the most special players of all time, Luka. What other Western Conference teams I could think of? Those are the teams coming on top of my head. When you have those teams, how can you compete? Like, I think Memphis next year will make a big splash next year. How are you going to compete on that? I think next year should be, for a lot of these teams, next year should be the conversation, especially for the Clippers. How do we compete with the returning Grizzlies? How do we compete with the Denver Nuggets? How do we compete with Minnesota? How do we compete with Dallas? How do we compete with Oklahoma? Those are the conversations you need to have.
Oh yeah, facts. But speaking like you said, Memphis, man, Ja Morant better be on his P's and Q's, man, because he could miss his window, man. Keep fucking around, like, because his team, him just fucking around made him almost miss 2 years of just competition.
Yeah. And just I hate to say this. I mean, you could bleep it if you want. Retardation, like, this is stupid behavior.
Yeah, just not. I mean, hey, he makes mistakes. It is what it is. But yo, he's got to realize, like, his chances of bouncing back sometimes, the fuck ups from before can mess you up from bouncing back, man, because he got hurt. Now he missed a whole nother year. Edwards got a ton of playoff experience. His peers are stepping up. Luka is stepping up, and it's like, yo, bro, you falling behind.
Trae's gonna learn a lot. It's look, Ja might become an MVP contender next year. I always say this. Ja is the total package, This guy is too talented.
He's too talented, but he better be careful because I'm telling you, his peers right now, they're ahead of him as far as experience. And by the time he turns around, if he hold on. By the time he turns around, he keep fucking around, he's going to see Wemby pass him right by. Wemby's going to use those long ass legs and just step right over him.
Yep. And Doug, this is Memphis. Let's be honest. Great coaching. I really like Taylor Jenkins. Good front office. Jaren Jackson Jr., great off-ball player. I think Brendan Clark, let's see how he returns. I think Gigi Jackson's a really good young player. They have guys that I really like on that team. I think Desmond Bane, he got paid rightfully so. So it's like, what's next? I'm kind of interested. I actually want to see, like, their bounce back. Because Memphis, they could either be a team that's like, we picked it off where we left off, the second round. We were the second round in the West. Or they could end up being, oh, yeah, you just got passed up by other teams of the rebuild.
Facts. I don't know, man. It's going to be crazy. But, I hope Ja, bounces back, man. Because, the league is better with him being at that level. But right now,
he's fun.
Yeah, Ja's supposed to be swimming around with Luka and Edwards and Tatum. That's that demo. Yeah, Shea Gilgeous. He should be swimming there, but you see him doing all that goofy shit, actually put him behind the 8-ball, man. Facts. And remember how last time we spoke, I told you that the Knicks and Philly series will be the best one in that first round.
It was a dog fight.
Yeah, man.
That was a dog fight.
It was meant to be.
Maybe we could talk a little bit about Philly after we did in passing. But New York came up strong. I think guys like Josh Hart really played well. I think Dante Lorenzo, I think that guy, you guys should be grateful you got him for dirt cheap.
Yeah, Dante stepped up big time.
Isaiah Hartenstein will get paid. That will be interesting to see. I think Mitchell Robinson, unfortunately, was injured, but I also like Miles McBridges.
Oh, yeah, Deuce McBride.
Deuce McBridges?
Nah, Deuce McBride. Yeah, Miles
I
McBride.
don't know why.
Deuce McBride. I think Deuce is his
Deuce
middle name.
McBride, he's a dog. I think
Mhm.
he was a perfect replacement for Quickly because he plays both ends of the court. I thought Precious seems like he finally in a team that he could figure it out.
Yeah, he stepped up in that game 4, big time
Yeah.
when Mitch went out. Yep.
Yep. Mitchell Robinson's on and off. I don't know where you guys stand with him. I'd assume he's probably gone.
No, I doubt it because
But his contract's friendly.
yeah, his contract is friendly, and he's one of the reasons why the team offensively, even though we didn't shoot well last year, like even though they didn't shoot well last year, he was one of the reasons why the Knicks offense was so efficient because he was eating up all the offensive boards. So
Yeah.
if the Knicks ever wanted to trade him, they're gonna get something back for him.
Yeah, I like Mitchell a lot. It's just injuries is always a problem with him.
Yeah, true. But I could imagine if Orlando had Mitch, like all those missed shots, they would have ended up beating the Cavs.
100%. Who, man, no, I feel like I'm forgetting a lot of players, but a lot of players, Josh.
Oh yeah,
I already talked about
Bojan got hurt.
Bojan,
he got hurt.
But Bojan's a great role player.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
he is.
you know,
He is.
He
But
played great for Philly when he was in Utah. He always played solid for them.
now let me ask you a question about Embiid, because everyone's like, oh, you know, he's hurt. Da 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 da. Like, if he was so fucking hurt, right?
How'd
He
drop
just would have
50
not
ball on the
played.
Knicks? He dropped 50 ball on the Knicks.
Yeah, it's like, yo, if he's so hurt, then he just would have never played.
No, I mean, are the teams stupid to let him play? Like, come on now.
Yeah, they act like, I feel like they kind of used him being hurt as a crutch.
No, that's not a look. If someone's available to play, they're not hurt. Like by this argument, OG's hurt, and like you could use that as an excuse. You know,
Yeah.
OG's a key player, so it's like it's stupid. And Knicks are already an injury-riddled team. Since Randall fell, that team has been injury-riddled. Like, let's keep it real. Like, we're not gonna act like we're not gonna act like the Knicks are in full form. They made adjustments. They pivoted. They brought in Bogdanovich. They brought in OG Anunoby. They done well. Tibbs is a great coach. But Philadelphia, the problem was Embiid's health. I don't even put that as an option. I think it was just a failure of role players. There was not many role players that stepped up.
Yeah, Kyle Lowry was empty. Tobias Harris was empty. The Knicks role players stepped up a lot better. And
I mean, Doug, we just complimented Kelly Oubre. He's supposed to be your 7th option on the team.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Nick Batum is old, and he was doing his thing in that series.
Yeah, but like, you know, but Maxey was great. I enjoyed watching Maxey. I thought him and Brunson going head to head was fun. I cannot lie.
The only thing with Maxey is that his passing, you know, he's still relatively, you know, working. You know, he's early on in his career, but he missed a lot of open shooters in the corners.
Yeah, I think him and Embiid really worked well together. I can't lie. With the handoff passing.
That's a deadly combination.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a fun series. I would say it was an all-time East Coast series.
Yep. I think Philadelphia, I think they should be confident in their position. I think this should rejuvenate Embiid. I think they're gonna be able. I think Morey is a very reactionary GM, better for worse. So I think he'll be able to make moves to get Philadelphia into a good position.
What do you think? What do you think about Philly? What do you think about Philly trying to get Jimmy Butler?
I think that's awesome.
Jimmy Butler or Paul George, they're in a lot of rumors, man. They got 60 mil to spend.
I think players like Embiid. Like, I think the problem with Jimmy was not Embiid. I think it was mostly Ben Simmons.
Yeah, Ben Simmons. Yeah, I remember him alluding to that. There was some issue over there in Philly. But
I think Embiid Embiid openly said, "Yo, I wanted to bring Jimmy back."
Yeah, Philly got to look back and like, damn, they fucked up. A lot
of head scratchers.
Their real move after they lost that series to Toronto and Kawhi Leonard was to trade Ben Simmons, re-sign Jimmy Butler, and let Tobias Harris walk.
Yep.
That was the real move.
Because you already have veterans. You don't need more veterans. You have J.J. Redick, Mike Scott. You didn't need more.
Yeah, because the 76ers, in a way, it's almost like they let Jimmy Butler walk away to make Ben Simmons more comfortable.
And then you bring in Al Horford.
No, not even that. Like, no, I'm talking about what they did. They let Jimmy, because Jimmy questioned the status quo, which was them protecting Simmons. So they let Jimmy go because he was, you know, too much of a hassle. And then they kept Tobias Harris, who was relatively quiet. But in reality, that was a bad fucking move. Like, all the moves they made was to protect Ben Simmons, which once he wanted to leave, it fucked up their whole situation because they could have just signed Jimmy and let Tobias Harris go.
Yeah, and the thing with Tobias, he's not very vocal. He's not vocal, but he has no leadership qualities in him. I don't think teams respect him like that. Like I don't think teams respect him. I don't think like coworkers or co-teammates respect him either.
Yeah, and that's another issue with the league. Sometimes guys get a max deal or they get a large sum of money because of their current position. Like they're a free agent when there's no one else available.
And there's a high demand of small forwards.
Yeah,
so teams are like,
it depends on the market.
We cannot have like Tobias Harris missing out because we have to face Kevin Durant. We have to face Kawhi Leonard. Bam, resign him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And then he came off of being in that team in Orlando where they let him score. There was no expectations.
Detroit.
Once again, players with no fucking expectations, and then people putting that superstar label on them.
Bro, it was no. He came off of So he came off. I remember Orlando, Detroit trade for Blake Griffin. Then Tobias was on Clippers. Clippers had that one good season where they were kind of fun. You remember that season?
Yeah. They were fun, but there was no expectation. Just like Bradley Beal.
And so Tobias was able to thrive. But the Clippers, Jerry West saw that, Tobias Harris, he's not everything that he's overachieving. So why not trade him for a good deal? Trade him to Philadelphia.
But what does that sound like to you? Does that not sound like the Damian Lillard situation or the Bradley Beal situation? Sounds like the 100%. Same shit.
Yeah, overachieving guys who you trade them at the right place at the right time.
It's tough. Like there's a lot of
the game is the game, man, and also shows how good a front office is.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's a reason why Pat Riley rejected. Like he didn't make the Dame trade. He didn't pull the trigger on the Beal.
No, he didn't, bro. Because you're trading. Okay, Tyler Hero is solid. I really like him, but it's like declining Damian Lillard. You'd rather keep a Tyler Hero. Gives you more breathing room.
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't think Tyler Hero's all that. It's just the money attached to Dame.
No, I agree. That's what I'm saying. Tyler Hero being only 25, and I don't view him as an all-star or potential all-star either. But it gives you more breathing room to make moves.
Oh yeah, facts.
Yeah.
And then the way the league is now, you're gonna need that breathing room with this new CBA coming in.
Yeah.
You can't just have 3 or 4 max guys on the roster like the Suns. I think the Suns will be the first victims of this new CBA.
Oh, 100%. Bucks, man, that series with the Indiana Pacers. Indiana looked good, but the Bucks, I thought their veterans looked good. I can't lie. Like I think that's their best part was Brook Lopez and Chris Middleton hooping.
Yeah, it's like they gave Chris Middleton the crazy steroid shot in his back or something. He just looked like someone else.
One game where Brook Lopez dropped like 25 points. I'm like, what the hell? Is this 2011?
Yeah, but then again, it is the Pacers. They don't play they have no rim protection. They don't play no defense,
bro. They don't play no defense. I know that.
Yo, but they played better defense when Haliburton was injured against the Celtics. You notice that?
Yeah, because the Ben Shepherd is on the lineup and TJ McConnell, bro. Those guys' jobs are just to play defense. They're scrappy guys.
Yes, wow.
But the Bucks, man, I'm not gonna lie. Dame had good games, but it's like they gave up so many points. They struggled. There was times where it seemed like the Indiana Pacers were able to blow them out regardless in one of these games.
Yeah, and just looking at their cap sheet, man, this team is over. They're already almost at the luxury tax.
Bro,
they're almost at the second apron.
Forget the cap sheet. Look at the ages on their players, bro. Okay, Middleton and Brook were great. But can we expect the same for next year? Where Middleton's track history of injuries and Brook Lopez obviously the decline, and also his track he's a big man with back problems. Not good.
Yeah, age 37 too.
Yeah, back problems, age 37, not good.
Yo, this team is already up to $182 million before they re-sign anybody.
And they're gonna. All right, they also have Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis, he made the dumb mistake of getting ejected in the start of the game, in game 4 or 5.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
It looks like this season was their first season where they had breathing room, not to be over the second apron and the tax, but next season. Yo, bro, they only got like 7 to 8 people on their roster, and they're almost at the second apron tax. That's crazy. 182 mil.
TJ McConnell is under contract on that team.
No, I'm talking about the Bucks.
Not Pete. Pat Connaughton.
Oh yeah, Pat Connaughton. Yeah, $10 million a year.
Bobby Portis is under contract, and he's Bobby Portis is really an important factor on that team.
Yeah, no. And next season they don't have Pat Bev, Malik Beasley's not there.
I think
Jay
they might
Crowder.
re-sign Pat Bev. I think Pat Bev, you guys suspended for 5 games, but you just eat it. But I think Pat Bev, to his credit, did bring life to that team.
Okay, so peep, right? If they re-sign
Yeah.
Malik Beasley, Pat Bev, and AJ Crowder, right? That's probably gonna put them at the tax, right? So if they're in the tax for 2 years in a row, they lose a draft. They lose a first round draft pick, and I think 7 years out.
I think Malik is gone. I think Jay might be gone too. But Pat Bev, I think because of his relation with Doc, he might stay.
Yeah, that's crazy. But you are you aware of the new rules with the draft picks?
Yeah, we talked about it many times.
Yeah, like that's crazy that they're just gonna put it at the end of the first round automatically.
Yeah.
So
They're gonna have to make a lot of pivots, bro. That team has to make a lot of pivots. Let's just see what kind of pivot they make. But it's like the Bucks are just in a tough spot. That's why I think I was on a flight to Detroit. One of the guys I was sitting next to me, and he was like, "Yo, Pat Bev on the stats and all that shit. He's not noticeable, but he's a guy you kind of want if you're the Bucks because number one, you don't have to really coach him. He's kind of a coach on the court, and he's kind of the good veteran presence and kind of he could check Dame many times because like he doesn't give a shit. And I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, that kind of value does bring good value, but it's like with the new money, it's gonna be hard to re-sign him.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to re-sign him, and it's gonna like right now
and
they
teams
can't.
are gonna try to pay for him too.
Yeah, they really can't do any mid-level exceptions after this summer if they re-sign a bunch of guys. And they can't do 2-for-1 trades. You know how they do two players for one match in salary? They can't do that.
No, they can't. So like Pat Bev will be like a max contract for them, basically what you're saying.
Yeah, when you add on the tax, probably not a max contract, but it'll be a lot larger than the minimum.
Like it'll be like almost like obviously not a max contract, but you know what I mean, right? Like it'll feel like a max contract for them.
Oh yeah, it's gonna feel that. They're gonna be hurting. So that's why there's that extra pressure with Dame being there. It's like, yo, Dame, you have to perform.
And I think that Achilles, I don't think it was all that serious. I mean, I didn't really keep up with Dame after that series, but I don't think it turned out to be all that serious as injuries.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he did surgery or not.
Yeah, because I didn't really look that deep into it after that series. That did.
Yo, but I'm gonna call it out right now. It might be a little hot take, but at some point, I think Giannis gonna get frustrated with Dame. At some point, because Giannis kind of has like a dark side, man. That
Giannis plays politics.
Yeah,
Giannis plays politics. You remember 2020 where he's like, "Yeah, if the Bucks don't do shit, I'm out." Like he didn't say it directly, obviously, but he indicated it. And that force management will kind of like trade for PJ Tucker, kind of like do these trades, Drew Holiday, PJ Tucker, and all these guys. Like, all right, yeah, Giannis. We're yours. We're gonna make that superstar. We're gonna give 4 first round picks for this Drew Holiday, and let's make something happen. You remember that?
Correct. And he played politics last summer too.
Oh, he knows how to play politics, man. I think the whole idea of he's just a guy who wants to have fun is bullshit.
Yeah, this is
he wants to be a fun guy, but he wants to win.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like this is gonna be a very interesting summer. The Warriors with Klay Thompson.
Tobias Harris is gonna be a free agent. I think the Pistons will sign him. But I think we talked way too much on Tobias Harris tonight, so go into detail of that. There is
Hartenstein, Klay Thompson.
Hartenstein's gonna get paid. Oklahoma for sure looking at Hartenstein with a smile on their face.
Yo, what about Malik? The rotational players seem it's not that bad.
Malik Monk is gonna be interesting.
What about Bruce,
I want to talk
Bruce
about
Brown
Sacramento
Jr. too?
Yeah, Bruce Brown will be I think he's still 1 more year in his contract.
I don't think so. I think he's available.
He signed a 2-year deal. With Indiana. I remember 2-year, $45 million.
Let me see. Maybe it's like a 1-and-1.
Who knows?
Wait, I'll check it right now.
Yeah.
You said Bruce Brown? Wait, he's with the Pacers?
Yeah. He's with Toronto. You remember he got traded for
yeah, he did.
Siakam.
Damn, that's crazy. He just signed that fucking deal too.
But dog, a 2-year, $45 million, I don't give a fuck. You can trade me anywhere.
Oh yeah, so it's a team option.
Okay, yeah. I think Toronto will pick it up and try to trade him though.
The Knicks should try to jump on that with Bojan's
Dog,
contract.
Yeah, expiring contract. Why not?
Yeah, expiring contracts are going to be worth a lot for everybody.
Yep.
Keep
And
that extra money on your roster.
Masai needs to redeem himself in front of the fans too, because he looked like an idiot this season.
Why you say that?
Dog, I think he jumped the gun way too late on Siakam and OG.
Yeah, he's real stingy though. He's always been that way.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, damn, it does make you look bad because the Kawhi Leonard praise and like the fall is kind of ugly. I can't lie.
Yeah, he let what's his name go to Houston for nothing.
Freddie VanVleet, and he could have traded him when he went to the All-Star game.
Yeah, because
2019, 2020, or 2021, my bad. Yeah,
Masai is real stingy with the trades. I wouldn't personally. I wouldn't want to trade.
I mean,
with
dude,
him.
I think the reputation is kind of like, okay, yeah, he's always been a competent general manager, and I will say he's one of the best general managers in history. But the thing is, I think because of Kawhi Leonard reputation, everyone just kind of expected him to be like Daryl Morey, where he's like, once a good player is available, he'll go all in.
Yeah. I think the Knicks are in the same position.
Okay, so yeah, the Knicks aren't really stingy. I like Leon Rose. I can't lie.
No, I mean them being conservative until the right player comes along.
That's smart, bro. Because the Knicks, that's what they fucked up on, like since the Ewing era.
Yeah, but then again, I feel like Philly plays the opposite game.
Yeah, because Daryl Morey's running it.
Yeah, that's the reason why they made the Brandon Ingram comments.
Remember, Houston was very reactionary with our trades. Houston was very reactionary. Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, Dwight Howard. We were very reactionary.
True. Yeah, they were. That's probably because of James Harden.
James Harden, I think Morey just operates like that.
Yeah, other than that, the Cavs got to re-sign Isaac Okoro.
They're going to re-sign Isaac Okoro.
Man, there's not that many good role players. Wow. Yo, the NBA is really all about the fucking matchups. when it comes to the
Dude, that's what I was saying. I think I wrote in my article. I think I was talking to my friend. I don't know if I wrote it yet. But the Oklahoma and Dallas was all about matchups. It wasn't about what team was better or where they were seated. It was all about how can A match up with B.
Correct. And
yep.
Yeah, Luka is just ripping them a new asshole, man. I'm not gonna lie. Even with Rudy Gobert down the middle, Luka is just doing damage. And then when Luka's not doing damage, he tosses the ball out. Kyrie is actually catching the ball on the run, getting past guys, slashing, making other passes, or making crazy shots. Yeah,
like Gafford's a dog too, man.
Yeah, Gafford is blocking shots. Lively in the short roll is killing them, man.
He's injured right now, unfortunately, but hopefully, let's see what happens with him.
But in games 1, 2, and 3, he was fucking cooking them before he went out.
PJ Washington, they have guys, man. The Dallas Mavericks have guys. The Minnesota Timberwolves, I think your point about the Celtics having it easy, I think you could apply that with the. Nah, you can't really. No, I'll take that back.
That doesn't apply to the T-Wolves.
I think the Denver Nuggets have showed a lot of cracks with the. I think the Denver Nuggets showed a lot of cracks on the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think with the Minnesota Timberwolves, you're just built to beat the Nuggets.
They were, but also the Nuggets, man, like I said, these teams are going to have to really stock up on them second-round draft picks. They're going to have to get some bench guys. They're going to really have to get some bench guys, man, because this NBA now...
I like the Jet. I cannot lie. I like Cal. I like Slow-Mo. I like Monte Morris. I like Nah. They have some guys I really like. Nas Reed, obviously.
Yeah, but in the playoffs, I don't know if their coach was feeling the same way about it.
Which is weird because I thought Nah played really good against the Suns.
Yeah, but against the T-Wolves, man, that defense is just...
Against the Nuggets.
Yeah, against the Nuggets, my bad. Against the Nuggets, they were killing. What's his name? McDaniels was giving them issues, man. He was giving them issues, boy.
Oh, McDaniels a dog.
Yeah. And then
he gave Kevin Durant issues, man.
Yeah,
he gave Michael Porter issues too, from what I read.
And that's another thing about the Nuggets. Michael Porter is quiet as a motherfucking church mouse.
What's up? Yeah. Bro, but with him, I'm kind of annoyed with Michael Porter and the discussion around him because He did not play good in last year's finals. He's someone that has moments where he's struggling. I think the thing is now with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they just have lengthy guys. Even if Karl Anthony Towns isn't playing good defense, they have Nas sitting on the bench. They have Nas Reed who can defend. It's just that they were just ready for that team. I think Jamal Murray had a big. Jamal Murray, man, he struggled.
Yeah, he struggled. McDaniels gave him issues. Nas Reed, but look at all the guys you
Minnesota,
named, right? You named a lot of role players for the T-Wolves outside of their stars. Who is that outside of Jokic and Murray for Denver?
Not even, bro. Look,
who showed up?
I think the expectations was Brown to step up. Brown has not stepped up. Even though he had a great finals last year, he did not step up.
No, he's not on his team anymore. No,
I'm talking about Christian Brown.
Oh, Christian Brown. Okay.
You remember he dropped 15 points like in the first half, I believe, against the Miami Heat.
Yeah, but that length, man, by the T-Wolves, it was bothering them. And then Gobert was killing them.
Yeah. And I think the problem is they missed Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown would have been perfect for this series because Bruce Brown is another second ball handler. Bruce Brown just brings that energy that the Nuggets missed. I think guys like Reggie Jackson, Justin Holiday, you can't replace it. No, but the thing is, obviously, teams are about to overpay Bruce Brown, and Bruce Brown was bound to take a big contract. That's why he took a contract with the Indiana Pacers, which didn't even really need him because he drafted Ben Shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept T.J. McConnell and Andrew Nahart and all those cats. You know what I mean?
And here's one thing that's killing the Nuggets, or just might end up killing Jokic's reign, is that this new CBA and them having all these high salary guys on the roster, man. They got to find a way around that.
They're signing guys who are like almost out the door. DeAndre Jordan, Reggie Jackson, Justin Holiday.
That's not the way to go. The way to go, the way to go, I'm going to tell you the way to go. The way to go is them stocking up on them second round draft picks, drafting those 4-year college players, trying to find Jaime Jaquez again in that second round, and have them come off the bench, learn your system to the T.
Yep.
That's it.
There's not much to develop with those guys either.
Yeah.
They're 24. They know their place. They know they're going to be role players. They're not looking to be all-stars.
Yep. And that's one of the reasons why Miami, man, if Miami just had like a number 1 star, they would dominate in today's NBA right now, because the way it's set up.
They knew how to pivot. You remember? Okay, we can't afford. Okay, Max Strauss, we'll give him a chance. We'll give Vincent a chance. We'll give Kendrick Nunn a chance. We'll give Thomas Bryant a chance. We'll give, what's that one Utah guy, the European? I keep forgetting his name. We give him a chance. You could just keep bringing in names. They gave him a chance, and they were able to make it happen.
Yep. Yeah. Honestly, if I was an NBA team, I would be scared to sign somebody coming out of that Miami sweatshop. Because
100%.
These guys don't be looking the same outside of that shit.
The only guy who looked the same was like Mal Strauss.
In Cleveland,
he struggled in the playoffs.
Yeah, Gabe Vincent looked like, I don't know, he was kind of hurt, but
I give him breathing room.
Yeah, but it's tough. Pat Riley really got a system down there. He really
he has eye for talent, man. We're talking about a guy who's coached for like 50 years now.
Mm-hmm. And we got to give credit to Coach Spoelstra.
Spoelstra is great at developing guys.
Yeah.
And Duncan Robinson been able to like improve on his playmaking. That's too much Miami now. But Denver, it's like, it's tough, man, because now they have a lot of questions to answer. They're committed to a lot of contracts. Michael Porter Jr., he needs to develop, outside of his off-ball shooting, he needs to develop a drive in the game.
Michael Porter Jr., it's just, I don't know. I feel like
your third option can't just be a spot-up shooter. You need him to be someone like, at times Jamal can't get it going, Jokic can't get it going. You need Michael Porter to be able to put the ball on the court and get you some buckets,
Yeah, but with Michael Porter Jr., sometimes with the league, my issue is just because a guy scores like 18 points a game and it looks flashy, it doesn't mean he gets like a kind of a max deal, man. It's just, the league has a weird setup, man.
I'll even argue that Aaron Gordon was better than him in the last year's finals.
Aaron Gordon's deserved every single penny he gets, but
he's a dog.
Yeah, but Michael Porter Jr., I don't know, man. I never thought that was a good idea.
He's a questionable guy because I'll even say this: Bruce Brown was probably more valuable, and it's showing now.
Yeah, just Porter Jr. getting $35 million a year. It's like, Ooh, that might come back to haunt this team.
Yep.
Like they're gonna have to really make sure that he stays on that development track.
Yeah. Well, Porter Jr., I think he's what he is now.
You think so? Nah, I think he's still.
You think
He's almost
still,
like an Andrew Wiggins. You never know what you could get.
Yeah,
out of
I know
him.
that, but I think he's just gonna be a high-end role player.
Yeah, I just don't get all the money they gave him. This fool.
Yeah. I mean,
It's an
speaking
average
of
like
money,
18,
Carl Anthony.
18 points a game. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Speaking of superstar money, Carl Anthony Towns. What the fuck?
He stepped up. He stepped up the other night, man. He didn't. He made sure that they didn't get swept.
Okay, yeah, but dude, the playoffs has been. Like even the Sun series, I'll say this: has been shaky for him. He can't stay on the floor. Like his defense is bad. When his offense isn't going, it isn't going. It's like at some point you got to think like, is Naz Reid a better player? Better player for the Timberwolves, not overall.
Oh, that's another politics of the league, man. Sometimes I feel like they rather just play the star to avoid any headaches.
Yeah, because you can't tell me Naz Reid did not deserve to like at some point Chris Finch is not a stupid coach. He's coach of the year this year. You got to look at it and be like, you know what? Maybe I need to change something around in the lineup. You know, Naz Reid has been playing play good basketball since the start of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
The Minnesota Timberwolves, they're a good team, man. I cannot lie. I think Mike Conley is the best veteran for him. I've seen a lot of his statements. I really like it.
Yeah, the T-Wolves, let me see, because they're another
And I
team.
thought the Mike Conley extension was good. I cannot lie.
Nah, yeah, it was. They're another team that's gonna, they're gonna be over the luxury tax for the next 3 years. Over the second April,
But I think that was just trying to sell to A-Rod that we could be like Minnesota. I think with this franchise, this playoff also proved this. Minnesota deserves a basketball team because there's also conversation about them shifting. I think this playoffs, Minnesota has a great crowd, great fan base.
Oh yeah, they definitely do.
Yeah,
the only thing, they paid McDaniels, Naz. Wow, they got Naz Reid for a good fucking price.
Oh yeah, dude, Naz Reid's an awesome contract.
Man, Kyle Anderson. They got a lot of length.
Slow-mo. You got a lot of good contracts.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, the T-Wolves got some tough decisions. Karl Anthony Towns, man, wow, he gonna make 61 mil.
Yeah, like I know everyone likes to shit on Gobert, but I think Towns is the guy that you kind of have to look at and be like, what the hell?
Yeah, but Gobert, man, that defense is stout. But Luka, it's crazy, man, how Gobert is killing it, man. I don't know why he gets so much like shit.
I think people just like to. You remember that time he cried over the All-Star game? I think people just like to bully him for that shit.
Yeah, or maybe the fact that he's French. I think it might be because he's French.
I think that sissy boy image.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, Luka is cutting him up though. Luka is cutting him up. Like Luka will make it look like he's shooting, then it's a fucking pass to the corner.
Yeah,
and then like he'll wait. Like Luka will wait sometimes after the pick and roll, and then what's his name? Gobert will like drop back to to the person he was defending. Then Luka will just post the other guy up. I'm just like, Luka's a fucking monster.
Luka, bro. Luka's a Luka, bro.
Yeah,
but like, dude, I really like. I think Minnesota Timberwolves. I think it's a morale win for them. Now, obviously, they're gonna have a lot of questions. Mm-hmm. Now they're a respected franchise. I don't know what else they could ask for. You know.
Who do you think will win more rings though? Luka, between Luka, Jason Tatum, and Edwards.
Jason Tatum.
Really? I would say Luka would have more than all those guys.
It depends on how Mavericks structure their roster, but I think Tatum has had, like, we're talking presence, right? Like, let's put it in context since their career started. I think Tatum has had a better roster.
He has, but if you see the Mavs game, they win their games. Like, they win. Like, you can see them up by 10. Luka subs out. Yo, most of the Celtics games. Yeah, but most of the Celtics games in the playoffs, it's like a last minute. They have to defend. They got to get a shot up. They never blow motherfuckers out.
That game 5, I didn't watch it because like when I heard Donovan is injured, I just wanted to write the article and get it over with, which is coming out soon. But I think it was it was the game 5. They barely beat them. Like I saw Evan Mobley drop like 30 something points. I'm like, what the hell? Like, bro, if you're struggling to beat a team without their first and second best player, like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, but I still, you know, this new era post LeBron, post KD is going to be interesting because the leaders are kind of, you know, Jokic, Giannis, Embiid, and
Luka.
then it's Tatum, Luka, Edwards, like that.
Shea Gilgeous, John Morant, Zion. You could
Yeah, just like that.
Paolo
And-
Banchero, another underrated guy.
But I think Luka might reach up to the kind of same tier as Giannis and Embiid. I mean Giannis and
I don't think Tatum will ever reach it. I think Tatum.
yeah, I don't think
always
Tatum
be-
will ever reach it either.
Yeah.
But I think Luka will be up there fighting with those guys year in year out.
Yeah.
Like you have
Yeah,
like the Western Conference
Yeah.
will belong to Luka.
And I think a lot of guys will like be sneaky. Like I think a lot of guys, they'll never get their flowers because they're not an all-star level. But I think a lot of role players will shine in this upcoming era. I think like Andrew Nemrod, I think he'll shine. I think Jaylen Brown, I don't think he'll ever get his flowers. I think he'll shine. Jaren Jackson Jr., Jaren Jackson Jr. will shine. I think there's a lot of guys that like will be really underrated. Like when we look 10, 15 years down the line, we'll be like, damn, you know what? We didn't really give him his flowers because of how much of the talent pool was there.
Facts.
Oh, Bam Adebayo was another guy. A lot of guys.
Yeah, but you know, again, I think the league only has like a few heads to go through, and you got to go
Yeah,
through.
of course, bro. But I'm like, as fans, you know, when we're gonna reflect back, there's a lot of underrated guys we'll talk about, like 10, 15 years down the line, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think I think if Morant does not get his act together, he's gonna be one of those guys. He's gonna fall into that
Oh, he's
tier.
gonna be one of those guys. But that's superstar. I'm talking like all-star
Now
role player type. You know what I mean?
But hold on, you're saying he's a superstar based off of how he looks on the court. I'm talking about the results.
Oh,
His
the results are not
results
superstars.
is not going to be that far off from Bam's.
No, like Bam, Jaren Jackson Jr. is yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like Damian Lillard in Portland. His results, like if Ja don't buckle down and get real serious about this shit, he gonna fall into that Damian Lillard
100%.
Portland
Yep.
kind of tier.
I mean, you're talking LeBron era, Lakers. What the fuck is up?
Yeah, they're
what's
not
next?
serious about winning. I've never
they're
seen
not.
the Lakers not serious about winning like this.
Bro, I don't even like their coaching hires. I'm
Yeah.
like, JJ
Like-
Redick. I'm like, Doug, are you just going after sexy names or are we being serious here?
Yeah, I feel like the Lakers are more concerned about maintaining LeBron and then maintaining that net worth that he increases the Lakers' value with.
Yeah,
Like,
which is
it's
I don't
crazy.
know. I keep reading JJ Redick. I'm like, okay, I'm not against JJ Redick coaching. I'm sure he will be a good coach, but at least let him if he was gonna coach, I'd much rather have him coach like the Charlotte Hornets. We got nothing to lose than like the Lakers. Because how many times are we gonna see like Steve Nash fell, JJ Redick fell? Like, come on, man, it's a joke.
Man, if Kobe was alive today, I think he would be calling out the Lakers right now. Oh yeah, the Lakers not serious about winning. He'll say some side shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Or
like,
he'll be
there's no
passive
way.
aggressive because he has a lot of friends. Like, he'll do either of those.
Yeah, because I'm like, yo, they're
Yeah.
not serious about winning. The news is just about JJ Redick, LeBron James not really wanting to be there and bigging up other players on other teams.
Yo, you think
And then
Cleveland can play
Bronny.
a role in that?
And then he talks
Did you
about
see him?
Bronny. Nothing is about the fucking Lakers no more.
And the Bronny tattoo, I remember that got headlines, the Promise King or something like that.
Yeah, it's like fucking, yo, they've
It's a
hijacked.
circus show.
Yeah, like they let LeBron James hijack the Lakers franchise, bro. This shit is crazy.
Not even Cleveland did that shit, and Cleveland's a small market team.
Yeah, I'm just like, yo, I feel
Yeah.
bad for Laker fans, man.
It's annoying, bro. I'm like, dog. Okay, Bronny James, everyone's like, oh, Bronny James and like JJ Redick will be the Messiah. I'm like, dog, that's just a recipe for disaster. You're asking an 18-year-old kid and a guy who never coached a fucking basketball team in a professional level to like take your team to another level. You got to be fucking with me. But I'd much rather have someone with experience at that point, especially when you have a 38-year-old LeBron. Like, well, I kind of accepted since 2020. He doesn't really care all that much about winning. I think it was more of a brand thing for him now.
Man, I think that's been the reality since he got there.
No, I think 2020 he gave a fuck.
Yeah, he did, but then after the pandemic, Like nobody took that bubble serious except him, because I feel like he knew it was his last chance.
Yeah,
Like,
and I think for him, it's also the brand thing because LeBron's very brand driven. Like, I know
yeah,
people talk about Jordan was brand driven, but I think LeBron was way more brand driven.
yeah, he's way more brand driven, man.
Yeah.
A lot of his brand, he shares a lot of very similarities to Drake. The only thing is that they're both very brand conscious and they're very like universal figures. They have to appeal to everybody. It's like
You have to appeal. He has to make pop music. He has to make women that girls can dance to. He has to make music that's tough at the gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what LeBron is in a way. He has to be friendly with all the players. He has to be well liked. He has to be feared. Like these guys play like this universal character, man.
Yeah. He needs to be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in scoring. He needs to do this. He needs to be some random stat. Goat, the king, whatever. You know, promise king, all that shit. That chosen one.
Their brands are very inauthentic. Like Charles Barkley brand is like authentic. You could tell he's being himself.
Mike's brand was authentic too.
Who?
Mike's.
Mike who?
Mike Jordan.
Oh yeah, Michael Jordan. But like I feel like Michael Jordan was the one that kind of, he was like the guinea pig. Like, okay, guys, if I'm on my P's and Q's, the rest of you guys can make money, and the future guys that come in this thing. But LeBron, very similar to Drake, their brands are very structured. Like when they're on social media,
benefit from the social media.
Yeah, like when they're on social media, all those posts are like pre-planned. They're fake.
Yeah,
it's like there's nothing real about what those guys
like
do.
Like any political matter.
Yeah.
Or like Israeli conflict, or like the BLM. You could tell is like 1 through 5, 10 different guys who said, "Yeah, LeBron." I don't even think he wrote it. I think he just went to 5, 10 different guys who wrote it for him.
Exactly.
And said, "All right, yeah, I'll post it." Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's kind of interesting. Or like LeBron, I think everything is what is it?
It's kind of scripted.
Manufactured. Everything's manufactured. Everything's scripted for him. So the Lakers, man, like just as a team, I guess we could talk about a team because obviously we talk LeBron. Rob Pelinka, he sucks. I hate to say it.
Yeah, he had a lot of fuck ups with the role players like Austin Reeves, his contract situation, why they had to renew him for much more. Who else left that team? Those other players that left that team.
Dennis Schroeder left.
Caruso.
Yeah, Schroeder left after Schroeder had a good season last year. A lot of guys left. They brought in guys to fill in bigger roles. I think Taurean Prince was expected to fill in a bigger role, which was never Taurean Prince's MO since he came into the league. Especially now that he's declining, I don't think he wants to take that role. You have who else did they really sign? Gabe Vincent didn't play whole year. Christian Wood couldn't find a footing in the team. Jackson Hayes is whatever. It's like, dog, what the fuck did they do? Like D'Angelo Russell, it seems like he fucking gave up. Did you see him on the bench?
Yeah, I don't blame him. I mean, he's made too many comments about his issues over there. It's just the Lakers are hijacked, bro. They hijacked the they let LeBron hijack the fucking franchise.
But let's be honest, Rui Hachimura might be like the third most interesting player on that team. It's not a good look.
Yeah, I'm surprised AD not sick of the whole LeBron shit yet.
AD don't give a shit, man.
Yeah, at least he got paid, but for the most part, I don't see.
And AD is a guy who should be in the conversation of top 10 player.
Yeah, but he's not, and that's the sacrifice you make standing behind LeBron James. Like,
no, I get that, but I'm saying is like, okay, sure you can make that argument, but in 2017-18, we did bring up Kyrie Irving as top 10, top 15, no?
Yeah, we did, and he was performing that way.
And we also said 2010, before the decline of Kobe and before the rise of James Harden, who was the best shooting guard in the league? Dwayne Wade. So I don't even know if you could put the LeBron thing on him. I don't think you could put it on LeBron because, like, we've seen Dean Wade for 3 years become the best shooting guard in the world. And we saw Kyrie Irving being one of the best point guards in the league when the point guard position was stacked.
That's a good point.
So it's like, I think it's just AD. I don't think he's more to be that guy. I think Kyrie Irving took a gamble on himself, which I respect more than anything AD has done since being on the Lakers. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, AD kind of just took the back burner to LeBron. Like
he did, like,
but that's the exact reason why I think the Lakers are not getting anybody. Unless they're desperate enough to take Trae Young.
Yeah, and that doesn't solve anything. I heard Donovan Mitchell out. What does that solve? Sure, if LeBron went to Cleveland, that solves a lot. Donovan comes to Lakers, it doesn't solve anything. Because I think Cleveland's just better off structured and everything.
But the thing is, people have to understand with LeBron, he's not coming into your team playing off ball.
No.
Going like
No, he's
that.
not.
At his age right now, he shouldn't even be in the perimeter. He should
Dude,
be in
his
the
brand
post.
won't even allow him. His
Yeah, he
brand
should
will
be in
not
the
even
post.
allow him to. Yeah, his brand won't even allow him to do it.
Yeah, it's
Like the
ridiculous
whole
that.
LeBron aura won't allow him to do it.
But that's the reason why the Lakers ain't winning.
No, because right now it's Hollywood Braun. That's what we're living. That's the world we're living in, right? It's Hollywood LeBron.
Yeah, he has to think about it. Think how big he is. This guy is out
Yeah.
in the perimeter like a point guard, running around.
Oh, dude,
that's
there was times I'm
ridiculous,
watching
man.
the Lakers. There's times where I'm like, dog, he's not assertive. Why isn't he assertive in the fourth quarter? I think it was the first game he wasn't assertive at all in the fourth quarter. When there was times where the Lakers dominated. Look, the Nuggets series, the Lakers in the first half looked like a great team. The second half, it seemed like LeBron couldn't give a fuck, and AD, by extension, AD stopped giving a fuck.
Yeah, it's a really tough call, man. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's some of these superstars. I think the league does a good job of when you first see a player come through the NBA draft. There's like a marketing where however you first see them, no matter how much they suck or they play good, they stay somewhat in the back of your mind as that player. You know what I mean? Like Zion. Remember when Zion really wasn't doing shit for 5 years, but it was still stuck in people's mind that he was a top player, even though nothing on the court showed you that he could play 82 games.
Yeah, but Zion also was an all-star, like, during those, 5 years. Like, 2-time all-star.
He made the all-star team, Zion Williams?
Yeah, he made it twice.
Let me see. He actually played in the game.
He played in one of the all-star games.
That shit is crazy. Let me see.
I don't know why, Zion was one of those guys. I think he just got slept on after he got drafted. I can't lie.
Oh, wow.
He's a 2-time all-star.
He actually made the all-star team. But, yo, bro, that's crazy. He not one all-NBA team.
Not yet, because he's never going to be an NBA team, unfortunately. He has to play 60 games.
But you see, but that's going back to my point. We remember him as a number 1 overall pick, and yet people still think of him as a star, but yet you're saying, oh, he's not going to get an all-NBA performance, all-NBA selection. That is part of being a star.
Not because of performance. Not because of performance.
But making all-NBA is part of being a star.
Yeah, I know that, but I think it's a lack of games he won't make it, but I don't think it's performance-wise he won't make it.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
It's tough. Look,
Because if you look at any other star 5 years in the league, there's an all NBA selection.
100%.
Michael Jordan, Kobe, everybody. This guy has been marketed because remember Zion came up the same time as TikTok. He was part of like that first NBA player that was like promoted. Yeah, on TikTok. And I feel like that marketing is worth billions because the results on the court don't tell you, it don't match the hype. It don't match the hype.
He never made a third NBA team either yet?
Nope.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, he don't have the resume. He don't have the resume of a star.
No, not yet.
Not yet. That's crazy. But that's crazy. You're saying not yet, but this is about to be year 6.
Yeah,
6 years in. There is
Yeah,
no first overall pick that don't have this type of resume 6 years in.
Yeah,
That's considered a star. I don't know, man. That's
but dude,
crazy.
also when he's healthy, he gives legendary performances too. So I think that's what also helps with him.
Yeah, he does, but man, there's
the game against the Lakers. That's one of my favorite games to watch this season. I can't lie.
Definitely. I agree with you, definitely. But when you look at the resume, the on-court impact, Zion about to be 6 years into the league, bro.
Yeah, he's 25 soon, so he's about 24. Oh shit, he's still
he's still young. He's still young.
Older. Yeah.
But you look at that draft selection, that shit says 2019.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens with him.
Yo, honestly, wait, hold on. But when we're talking about the Ja Morant, the Luka, Jason Tatum, the SGA, I really don't put Zion on that list as far as competing with them in the playoffs or just trying to make it to the
No,
finals?
I think he's on the Jaren Jackson and Bam Adebayo conversation.
No,
Jalen Brown.
but Bam made the finals though.
Bam has a resume, yeah.
Yeah, Bam has some sort of resume like this.
Yeah.
I think Zion's resume might just be, man, he might actually be like the Vince Carter of damn, I don't want to shit on Vince Carter. Nah, he's not Vince Carter. Cause Vince Carter was at least in the playoffs, carrying a team. I don't know. I've never seen a first overall pick have this sort of conundrum.
He's been robbed. He's been robbed a lot. I can't lie.
Who?
Zion.
What has he been robbed of?
Injuries and unfortunate injuries.
But what about this year? How many games did he play this year?
He played like 50 something, no? But they did a lot of man, this was the most healthy Zion has been so far.
Oh, he has 70.
Yeah.
70 games in this 70. Year.
But dude, the problem was his weight this year. The weight fucked him.
Bro, that's crazy, man. We still talking about the same shit that we was talking about in 2019.
Yeah, the weight fucked him. You remember, like, the middle of the season, he was cool, but he wasn't, like, a star. But, like, late in the season, when he finally shed the weight, Zion looked like a star.
Yeah, he looked like a star. Damn, man. You look at the stats. It's just 70 games played, the 22 a game.
Yeah.
And 5 rebounds, 5 assists. It's just, we're talking about in an era where, this season was, like, record scoring.
Yeah.
And there's no all-NBA selection. It's like, bro,
not yet, man.
The on-court impact is crazy, man. Like, even AD wasn't winning games, but AD had selections, bro. Like,
yeah.
Like, damn, man, this guy does
and
not.
And the rules have gotten tough now, bro. All NBA rules are getting tough. So it doesn't matter if you put up legendary performance. If it's 69 games, he's not in.
No, it's 65.
It's 65.
I mean,
yeah, if he plays 64 games with those legendary performances, it doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, but so far we're looking at the games played, right? It's 24, 61, 29, 70.
Yeah. So there's a lot of seasons he's missed. But the thing with Zion, look, my thing is, Zion still has a lot of breathing space till he reaches 28, right? Like he has 4 years we're talking. If he does not manage his weight, we're wasting our time.
Man, I think right now all signs point that a lot of time was already wasted.
Yeah, a lot of time was wasted because he couldn't stay healthy. But I'm saying is, there's still time left for him to make that jump. Because I think Paolo Banchero passed him up. I cannot lie.
I think so too, because if you look at his rookie season, okay, only 24 games in, he averaged 22 points. And then
I think Banchero could make all NBA team next year.
Yeah, I think he'll make all NBA before Zion. And
no, I think he's making it. I'm so confident in Paolo Banchero. I think he's making it next year.
But I'm looking at Zion, right? He got averaged 27 points a game, playing 61 games. And then he averaged 26 points a game. That was playing 29 games.
Yeah.
And then he averaged 20. See, he regressed, bro. He
regressed this season because of weight problems. That's what I'm saying. But if you look at the last few months of the season, like the last 2-3 months, he played really good basketball. But that's the problem with him. It's like, dog, this is your healthiest season and you were out of shape. So my thing with Zion is, yeah, he can play himself into shape, right? But how sustainable will that be once he reaches 29, 30, once those mileages add up and once he cannot lose the weight.
Yeah, he's an injury away from being still overweight.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's shit, I didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah. So it's it took him a while to finally get the legs under him, because I remember there was games where he dropped 30 and then the next game he'll drop 15. It's like, what the fuck? And you look at it, you're like, oh, okay, it makes sense. This motherfucker is out of breath after having a legendary great performance,
True. Wow. Peep this, right? After 4 full seasons in the NBA, Zion Williamson has only played 184 games.
Yeah. So when I talk
bro.
about Zion, I'm talking hypotheticals. I'm gonna be real. Whereas compared to results.
Yo, but let me ask you a question. When he was drafted in, did you think that you'd be still talking hypotheticals on Zion almost 4 years later?
No, it's
fucking
Piers.
Crazy, bro.
That's great. But I'm also talking hypotheticals on Ja right now. Like we're talking hypotheticals on both players right now.
Yeah, but you know what it is? We seen Ja bring his team to the playoffs. You know what I mean?
I mean, we've seen him take the second seed. Yeah, of course. But like
yeah, there's
playoff
like
experience
evidence
is
of
like
this.
damn. Like playoff experience, we saw Shea shit the bed, but it's like at least we have an idea on what Shea could improve on, you know. But we don't have an idea what Ja can improve on, really.
Man, this is bad. Yo, all I can say, man, if it was 2019 with the hype that it was back then, if people could like predict the stats and actually see it, they would have been like, "What the fuck? This is not first overall pick and all this hype."
This is fifth overall pick.
Yeah, man, this is like 6th, 7th, 8th pick, bro. Nah, it's like
I wouldn't go that far.
Nah, it's like you're right. It's like 3rd or 5th overall pick.
Yeah, that's a lottery pick, bro. I think teams will still die for Zion right now.
Yeah, man.
Like shit, as a Lakers fan, I would die for Zion over like. At least he has more of a dog than Anthony Davis. I can't lie.
Man, to be honest with you, man, AD has had more impact than this guy, bro.
I mean, of course, Anthony Davis has more impact, but I'm talking as of right now. As of right now, when I saw that, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna. You know what? That argument I concede on because at least Anthony Davis, when healthy in 2020, he showed up.
Yeah, man. AD for the most part, man. Like his first 2 years in the league looks better than this guy's first 4 years.
Yeah.
Like who else? Okay, Zion. Let's see Ja Morant.
That draft? Or are you talking overall?
No, I'm just talking about like when you look at Ja Morant. Yeah, Ja Morant made the All-NBA already, bro. Like
yeah, he made the All-NBA. Last thing he made it last season when he took them to the second seed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when you look at his peers,
yeah,
it's just like the resume don't match.
The forward position is also very stacked too.
Say that again.
The forward position is really stacked.
It is, but I'm just comparing Zion to his peers because in reality, right now we should be talking Tatum, Edwards, Zion, Ja Morant, SGA. Yeah. It should be in that sphere, but right now, he's not in that sphere.
Instead of being a top 50 player, he should be a top 20 player. I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah, it's like he's not in there, man.
Like right now, he's like in the 30ish column. I put him in the same column as like Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, and I'm looking at SGA. Like nobody in 2019 would say SGA would be better than Zion resume wise.
I mean, nobody would say that about him being better than SGA.
Yeah, SGA got 2
better than Ja Morant.
Yeah, like he got 2 first selections, bro.
Yeah.
Like the resume don't match, bro. Zion resume. Yo, I'm telling you right now, I think this is the first season where you could really take a look at Zion right now and say, man, his resume don't match the hype. It don't match the first overall pick either.
They don't match a lot of his. I'm gonna keep it real. They don't match a lot of his performances either.
Yeah, man. It's just.
He has a lot of all-time performances, but it's like his resume don't match.
Yeah, and then I think Luka Doncic is like the head honcho with the resume. Just it's wow, it's crazy. But let me see Edwards, man. Like I'm just looking at Zion's peers, his peers. Yeah, man. Even Edwards, man.
Edwards made All-NBA this year, I think.
Yeah,
he should.
And that was his first time selection.
Yeah. And I think 2 All-Star appearances.
Yeah, and then when did he come into the league? He came into the league.
All-NBA second team.
Yeah,
the year after.
The year after. So, and he's also a peer because he's a first overall pick. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I put like anybody from like those 3 years are peers.
Yeah, they're all peers, and man, and I'm looking at look at Edwards, man. He played less year. He came in after. My man's up to 302 games played.
Yeah.
It's like, man, this is bro. Like, yo, next season is very telling for Zion, man.
Next season is a make or break.
Yeah, it's starting to be that time. It's like, yo, bro, your resume is not matching up, man.
You're either Karl Anthony Towns or you're actually like a generational star.
Nah, man. Yo, even Towns' resume is better, bro.
Well,
he don't have the name, but his resume is better.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, like Zion is actually underachieving. Like I think this is the very first season where you really see it.
Yeah, he is underachieving.
Yeah, cause 70 games played and no selection and not even in consideration for a selection. It's not like
I mean,
Towns
just
just
look at the
missed
lack
it.
of games he's played. Look at the lack of games he's played. He hasn't been healthy, and that's his problem.
Yeah, but look, 70 games played this season. He qualifies. Qualifies. So, and he got 22 a game. So, this is not good, man. This is not good, actually.
I agree. It's not a good look.
Yeah, it's not a good look. It's like now, but you see, that's the power of the marketing in the NBA. Zion, first overall selection. We don't think of him like that. Where it's like, in reality, like what we think of him doesn't match the reality right now. Not at all. Yeah, look at even Towns, man. Towns got all NBA selections, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man, he got 2 of them shits. He got all NBA selections.
Get the hell out of here. What?
Yeah, in his first 4 years, man, he made NBA selections, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a certain resume when you a top player.
Oh, shit, he did. I forgot. He had a really good season 2018, 2022.
Yeah, man. Like, his first...
Yeah.
Yo, you look at Towns' first 3 years in the league. It's way better than
Dude,
Zion
I remember
was.
at one point, Towns looked like one of the best players to come out, like, in a long time.
Yeah, look at first year, 18, and 10.
Yeah.
He averaged
Rookie
a
of the year.
double his first like fucking 6 years in the league.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Yo, I think the NBA hype machine is real, boy.
Oh, 100%. NBA creates a lot of hype, bro.
Oh man, the hype machine is real. That's Zion.
But I also think his performance is what keeps him like at bay. I can't rely.
But it doesn't explain 2024 performance with 70 games.
No,
played.
it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It's like, yo, there should have been an all NBA selection right there.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh my God, man, that's crazy, yo. And if next season plays out the same, we're gonna have to have this conversation again.
I can't lie. He did show he can lead a team. I think the Pelicans had one of their better seasons with him, and that's him healthy.
True, but that's them as a play-in team, no?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I just think that team's structured shit.
Yeah,
but I think
it's
him.
structured bad. I give it that.
But I'll give it credit. Like if we just saw him, like let's be honest. I think they would have took one or two games if Zion was healthy this postseason.
Man, what do you think? What do you think the front?
Because I do think he's a high impact player.
No,
like,
he is. He is. But like, but think about it. Think about this summer, right? The Pelicans front office meeting behind closed doors. They're looking at 70 games played. This guy still has weight issues. It's like, yo, at some point they're gonna have to ask themselves, like, yo, can he really be the leader of this shit?
Yeah.
Like it's about to be. It's about to be 2025.
The only thing that saves Zion is his performances late in the season.
Yeah.
And like overall, his performances were like December, I think of 2 years ago, he was on a legendary run. Yeah, I think he needs to back off on the fucking outside the court too, man.
Yeah.
Like the girl he was messing with, Mariah Morris.
But it's crazy. He like that situation was before the season started, and then that shit was clear. He was in the clear. And it's like,
dog, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I hate to be that guy, bro, but there's a lot of hotter chicks you could be messing around with, instead of someone who's like willing to air out your dirty laundry like this.
Yeah, true. But at the end of the day, man, like I feel like she had no bearings on him for this season.
No, it doesn't. But it also takes a hit on his rep. Like I think that also takes a hit on what he's trying to build, right? Because he wants to be like clearly like the NBA believes he's the next marketing guy.
I think that it's so crazy. I think that baton passed him, bro.
No, 100%. But I think they do want. Like, let's be honest. As we talk about NBA, a good Zion is good for us.
Yeah, it's good for everyone, but
because we both enjoy watching him play.
It's almost like the what's the thing with the Titanic, the little boat that went under the water? That's Zion, man. We're inside of Zion, and it's like we're hoping that this shit's gonna hold.
Because he's fun to watch.
It's like, yo, I don't know, man.
Like I don't know about you, but I enjoy watching him play basketball.
No, yeah, I do too. I do
because
too.
He's a dog. He hustles. Like he does everything right, but it's like, damn, dude, you need to take care of yourself.
Bro, it's very similar to that little fucking submarine with the Titanic, bro. It sounds like a fucking great idea, but
Like,
damn, this shit's not
but I don't know
sustainable.
who to compare him to. Like, who would we compare him to?
Yo, that's what I'm saying. He is the first of his kind. The hype, the talent, you could see it. Oh, he could average like 30 points a game. You see everything, but like the years are going by and you're just like, yo.
Okay, let me ask you, what about LaMelo Ball? Would he be in that same conversation?
Okay, let's see. That's a good question. That's a good question.
Because LaMelo's a star, right? I think LaMelo, he has the factor, he has the looks. He's very fun to watch. I think you and I can agree. He's very fun to watch.
Very fun to watch. True that. True that.
And he's a dog. LaMelo hustles, but he hasn't been healthy, and some of his lifestyle choices have been questionable, right?
True. Wow, he hasn't played a lot of games.
Yeah, I think he's in the same boat as Zion with this.
Oh shit, yeah, he actually is in the same boat. Holy shit.
Yeah, because he's also one of those guys I actually want to watch like thrive. But you're watching Anthony Edwards go to the Western Conference Finals.
That's interesting. Yep, no All NBA selection.
One All-Star selection.
And let me see, what year is he? He's
2020. Same year as Tyrese Haliburton. Same year as Anthony Edwards. Both of his peers are in the NBA Conference Finals.
Now, the only thing, he's almost in the same boat, but the only thing is that when you looked at his second year when fully healthy, how did he make the All-Star game averaging 20 and 6?
I think he was a sub.
Yeah, he must have been, because this don't even add up.
Yeah, he was sub.
But yeah, he's actually kind of, in a way, same boat as Zion as far as health.
Lifestyle choices, too.
What's the like? He drinks a lot or something?
Nah, all the car shit he was doing, like speeding and all that stuff. I think he got in trouble for running over a kid or some shit. I don't know if it's real or not. I don't want to accuse him of something he didn't do, but I saw it on Twitter when I was passing by.
Now, I would say this. You're right, because that's a good observation and good comparison you made bringing up LaMelo Ball. If next season, if next season he has 70 games played, averaging like 20 and like 7. Yeah, it might be, and he doesn't get an All NBA selection or anything like that. Yeah, he could be an
All-Star game.
Yeah, he could be in the same boat.
Because he started off the season hot. Like, you know how Zion ended the season hot? He started the season hot, LaMelo, but then he got hurt.
Yeah, he's not. You're right. He's not that far away from Zion, man. I'm looking at the last 2 years. He played like 50 games.
And he's one of the faces of the league in this new face that we always talk about.
True. True. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you're right. But that's a great comparison. I would say we're gonna have to revisit this for next year. Because this is crazy.
I found this article by Joe Bruno. It's a verified page, so I don't know how true it is. An 11-year-old was waiting outside the Spectrum Center after the Hornets Purple and Teal Day. He wanted an autograph for LaMelo Ball. His mom says LaMelo didn't sign anything. He sped off in his car and drove over the 11-year-old foot. I can send you to it. I mean, you can. But yeah, that's the report, right?
I seen it earlier, but I'm just like, they're not really making an issue out of it. But I'm just like, some days you can't even tell what the fuck is real.
Yeah, but like, I mean, dude, like nobody cares about the Hornets, but this is a legit lawsuit. The court documents have been posted, so I'm not.
Oh shit!
It's not made up.
Oh shit!
I sent you the jumbotron. Check up the jumbotron.
Shit. Oh, you're right. It is. It does look official.
Yeah, it looks real.
Unless they chat GBT this shit.
Yeah, that looks too good to be chat GBT'd.
Fuck.
I mean.
Yeah, you know what it is?
Charlotte.
And here's another thing the league is gonna have to do. They're gonna have to manage this whole reality TV NBA life through social media. There's a bunch of stars, because LaMelo and Zion are the first ones to really come in from that, and it's gonna be even crazier, man.
Yeah.
Because even Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, they kind of fall into that realm. Them two, they probably don't use social media as much. Probably Angel Reese does, but they fall into that sort of 24/7
but nobody
media
cares
coverage.
about the WNBA like that.
Nah, it's getting
this is
up
legit.
there.
CNN reported it. So it's legit.
Oh, it's legit. Oh shit.
Yeah. CNN and these big sites are reporting it. Yahoo Sports. So like that, dude. Those kind of scandals. It's like it's scary because like, bro, what are you doing off the court?
Yeah.
It's like I can defend LaMelo being an asshole, but I can defend that shit.
Yeah, it's just man, yo.
And also the pressure is on him more than Zion because Zion has shown that the Pelicans need me because they sucked without him, right? And all the role players sucked without him. But the thing with the Hornets is Brendan Miller looks nice.
Yeah, he does, but that's gonna be interesting. You think Miles Bridges is still gonna be on that team?
Yeah.
So next year is gonna be LaMelo.
Because you know why? Because the Charlotte Hornets showed they don't give a shit about controversies.
Yeah, I feel like they got no choice to, man. They gotta sell tickets down there.
And Miles is gonna get lowballed anyways.
Yo, I never seen a player kind of fuck himself out of some money. Like Miles Bridges.
In the next contract, he fucked himself out the next contract too.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like he actually didn't opt in to like this is before the scandals. He bet on it, he bet on himself, and then he worked throughout the whole season. Then he qualified for the money. All he had to do is go home, sit down, and wait 3 weeks later to sign the new deal. And this guy still fucked it up.
And then
I've never seen no shit like that.
He unfortunately beat up his significant other, which fuck that shit. That's fucked up. But it's like he did it like 2 times, and like Charlotte Hornets were able to protect his butt. So like clearly he's gonna get paid. Like, they're gonna pay him. He's gonna take whatever money Charlotte gives him because Charlotte took care of him. And who knows? These are just public. Imagine how much Charlotte has been able to cover up for him.
Yeah, I think a lot of the stories are worse, but that's crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
but I think Charlotte will get it. I think the ball's on Charlotte's court. I can't lie.
But in a way, they might be happy about it too, bro, because he should have qualified for like 200 mil.
That's what I'm saying, right? I agree with you 100%. That's what I'm saying. The ball's on Charlotte's court. They're happy.
Shit, they ain't got to spend that money.
Wouldn't you? Yeah, they don't have to spend money. They can invest in other role players.
Man, this is crazy. But
Miles Bridges also belongs maybe in that conversation too. I mean, I don't think he'd be a star, but I think he'd be in the conversation with like Jaren Jackson and them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But that was good, man. We unpacked the Zion reality, man. That shit is kind of scary. I didn't even expect that.
Yeah, and these guys are like talked about. Like I think before then, we still probably both held both of them in the high regards. LaMelo and Zion.
Yeah, especially Zion.
But I think Ja might fall in. Like if Ja does not get his shit right, he might fall into that category.
Yeah, but he has a little bit more breathing space.
Room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he actually proved himself. But yo, that's crazy. 5 years in, this dude Zion looks like a regular 20 points per game guy.
Yeah.
Like probably them protecting their ass, but yeah, Jaylen Brown, he's gonna be really important in these finals.
I mean, regardless, it's stupid, bro. Like, you want me? These guys invested their bodies, went on full-on scholarships in order to make it to the league, and they're like, last minute, they're like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to take an internship from fucking Uber or billion-dollar corporation. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, Nassau will never pay Jaylen Brown $300 something million, bro. He's not going there. It don't matter what physics or math equations he solves, man. They're not paying him $300
It don't matter
million.
if he wins a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
Like, what are we on, bro? Like, this is what I don't get about the NBA. You think Jalen? Yeah, he's fucking smart. That's one of his cons. Yeah, he's smart enough to know that, if I play in the NBA, I have the chance to be a Hall of Famer. Like, what do we?
Yeah, that's just.
I find it too funny. I can't lie.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. But it's not the first time I've heard about this.
Yeah, it's not. That was the first time I heard about it with him. But if you're telling me Mo Bamba got the same,
Mo Bamba got the same treatment. It was like, yo,
I'm kind of questioning, like,
yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
Do you want your reputation to be? Once again, I hate picking on him. Miles Bridges were like, yeah, Miles is smart at basketball, but he's kind of an asshole outside the basketball court. Like, what?
Yeah, but I mean, man, he's smart like that. I'm telling you, bro. He could really dissect the game You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh, no,
something
he's
that he's
brilliant.
working on nonstop. If he already has the physical tools and he's super smart, bro, keep him.
Yeah,
Keep
100%.
him. He's gonna be
bro.
straight.
He's good for the league. He's good for the league too. He's good for the reputation. You need those kind of reputations.
Bro, he could actually end up being better than Tatum because, man, if he could really use his IQ, he could fucking actually level up on that dude.
Bro, look, this guy, one thing he's blessed with is he played with a lot of veterans. Jay Crowder, Avery Bradley, Isaiah Thomas. He played with those guys for a year. Played with like Kelly Olynyk, Gordon Hayward, Kyrie Irving, Rozier. He played with a lot of veterans, a lot of guys who have had success in the playoffs, who had big moments in the playoffs. You know what I mean? So like he's benefited from that a lot. I think this guy is a sponge. He's able to take in information. Great coaching. Mazulu, I think he's solid, but Brad Stevens, Amy Odaka, they're great coaches.
Yeah, great coaches.
He's a sponge. He's a sponge.
But you know what? I would say Jaylen Brown needs to holler at James Harden in the offseason when he goes over the rule books to see where he can manipulate.
Yeah.
And yeah, go implement some of his tactics, bro, because
he's talented, but it feels like sometimes he's earning these points. Like it isn't coming natural though.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
Like that's something for like Julius Randle, because Randle, the problem the Randle with him is like you could tell he learned the game a lot. Like he kind of not learned the game, but he kind of polished his game like once he entered his prime. With Brown, he's had a solid game. He's like entering his prime, so like he has a lot of breathing space. Like he can have it more natural, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Man, but yo, if he borrows the James Harden playbook and just break down the rules from season to season and see how he can manipulate it,
he's set.
He's set, bro, because he already got the physical tools.
Boston, it's going to be a fun finals. I'm actually excited. I think Boston, a lot of questions will come for them. I think the bullshit, like, oh, this is a fucking Mickey Mouse ring is bullshit. You know, NBA is all about luck. Sometimes you luck in and sometimes you get lucky and you're playing teams that are injury riddled. It's just what it is. It's basketball.
Yeah, like the 2015 Warriors.
2015 Warriors. I mean, you could dig through a lot of teams, bro. Like, if we were to nitpick teams, we'd be sitting here all day just talking about what teams like fucking failed, you know?
Yeah, injuries is part of it. You're right. It's an intangible thing that he has. Like a lot of stars today are missing that. They have all the physical gifts, but they don't have that.
Like you put Brunson in a Zion Williamson brain, fuck. You put Brunson in a Zion Williamson body, fuck.
Or you put Brunson in a Paul George body.
Ben Simmons.
Man, I don't know, because that body can't shoot.
Man, you think Brunson would have learned how to shoot with that body, bro?
Yeah, he probably would, but...
Hey, man, it's an annual... Jimmy, it's an annual Ben Simmons workout picture.
What's going on with Ben Simmons? Is he in the league or what? No. My man's at the Met Gala. Where the fuck he find time to do all this shit?
In New York.
Like, Jesus Christ, bro. No, like, what made him and his PR people think that people want to see him at the Met Gala?
Did people recognize him at the Met Gala?
They probably did, but the thing is, I think you have to pay to be. It's like a committee thing. You have to like.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm like, did people in the Met Gala even know who he was? Like, who the fuck are you?
They probably did, but it's almost like it's not a good look, man, that he even goes to that shit.
I mean, dog, he cares about being a celebrity. I remember when he was dating Kylie Jenner or Kendall, one of those two, and he made it like a big reputation about it.
Man, that guy's career is done, bro. At this point, I don't see an NBA team even offer him a contract.
No, I don't even think he's that good of a defender anymore either.
Yeah, he might be a waste of a roster spot. Yeah, I don't get it. This year, it was supposed to be, I've returned. I'm good. And then it was like, yo.
It's supposed to be, Doc and Joel, they threw me under the bus. I'm supposed to be this. You're like, oh, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. You're going to be this. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, yo.
I was really rooting for the guy.
Me too. Like, when was the last time he ever played a game?
I didn't view him as a super. I didn't view him as a. I didn't view him as an all-star this season, right? But I did view him. Not even an all-star. I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't view him as a top 50 player, but I did view him as a guy who can be a good role player.
Now, okay, so hold on. Now let's look at Ben Simmons compare his first few years to Zion right now.
I mean, yeah, it's better first few years than Zion.
Yeah, all NBA third team, and that's with him.
But that's a second option too.
And that's with him being a second option, averaging 16 points a game. So he still hit all NBA. That's what I'm saying. This says a lot about Zion.
Yeah, but I think he just, bro, when Ben peaked, it seemed, I'm not gonna lie, when Ben came, it seemed like he had no fucking, he had no weaknesses. I can't lie. You know what I mean? Like his playmaking, his defense, kind of like made people be like, he can't shoot, but he can just do everything else. But now it's like he can't do everything else.
Oh yeah, you're right, because he was shooting like a power forward, everything in the paint. Yeah,
you remember, bro? That's the whole discussion about him.
Yeah, he was. I forgot about
that. Like Ben can't shoot, but he can just do everything else. And I remember Charles Barkley, all those guys were doing a lot of mental gymnastics for him. Yeah, sure, he can't fucking shoot, but this guy is it. You remember that shit? I'm talking like 2017, 18, 19.
Yeah, but you know what? Again, it's all about that first round pick shit. Remember I was telling you that marketing.
Yeah.
It's how you see the player.
Well, then you put Brandon Ingram also as a conversation of disappointment. I would have put Zion as a disappointment, but underachieving. But then Brandon Ingram is full on disappointment.
Yeah, he's not even close to all NBA selection, bro. It's very individualized stats.
Yeah, and then
there's no development in his game either. It's almost like he was already good at scoring, so he got better at scoring a little bit more.
Barely. I won't even say a little bit more. Barely.
Let me see. Let's look at yeah.
Because when I watch Brandon Ingram play, I don't see much of a difference in the scoring as compared to before.
Yeah, you're right. He kind of 18 points a game, then 23.
Yeah.
Then it peaked, then it's 24 a game, and then now it's back down. And it's on 40. It's on about 45% shooting, which isn't bad.
Yeah.
But he doesn't take any threes. So that's mostly mid-range. That's mostly mid-range shooting. Oh, shit. That's not good. For a power forward?
What are we talking about? Brendan? Yeah, that's bad.
For a power forward? He's a power forward, right?
He's a volume scorer. Yeah.
Oh, he's considered a small forward? Well, he's a forward in general.
He's a small forward. Zion's power forward.
He's 6'8", 45%, which is almost average shooting. No three-pointers. Yeah, he's in the wrong era, man.
Bro, I don't know. I don't believe in the wrong era shit. I can't lie.
No, I do believe in that. Matter of fact, he would do worse in the other eras before, because the guys who shot 45%, it was way tougher shots. He's shooting 45% in a softer defense, so that's not even good. That's not good either. Yo, but you don't believe in the different eras? The rules are different.
Dude, I feel like great players can adapt to any era.
No, yeah, of course, great players will adapt to any era, but the results are going to be different.
A little bit. I mean, sure, Jahlil Okafor would be a solid role player in any other era.
No, but I'm talking about
he'd be like.
I'm talking about the stars. Like they're all gonna do their thing, but their numbers, like Allen Iverson, right, in his era.
Yeah, but I'm talking like, all right, Brandon Ingram or Jahlil Okafor, right? If they're role players in this era, then I don't see a world where there'd be like stars in an era with Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I get what you mean. What I was saying is that I wasn't relating them to be stars. I meant like their performance.
Yeah, their performance probably a lot better.
If you're saying if Brandon Ingram played in the previous eras?
Yeah, 100%.
Nah, it wouldn't be. It would be worse.
You think so?
Yeah, it'd be worse.
I think he benefits from this era, but I just think he's a limited player.
No, he doesn't. Like when you think about it, think about this era. There's no hand check. They allow you to push off with your off arm. The offensive player has all the advantage, and he's shooting 45%, which is average. So can you imagine Allen Iverson in his era, where there was hand check, there was more physicality, there was enforcers on the court, not necessarily guys who can score, and Allen Iverson is shooting 45%. So imagine him in this era, where guys are spaced out, guys are, he could push off with his off arm. They call fouls a lot easier. You could kind of travel a little bit more, freedom of movement. Allen Iverson might be averaging 55% or like 54. That he'll take a bump. But Brandon Ingram would definitely be averaging like 39. 39% a different era.
That's horrible.
Yeah, man. The rules are just the NBA, man. Like, if you ever get time, I'm gonna send you a video. Just look up the history of how they've adapted the rules over the years. It's a different game, bro. Like, it's beautiful to see. I kind of like it when they do tweak
Well,
it.
basketball's an art. I think
Yeah.
basketball's an art that copies each other all the time, right?
Oh yeah, facts. It's definitely an art.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's an art that like Larry Bird, right? He didn't get to play point forward, right? But because of Larry Bird, you had like Scottie Pippen, who kind of became the point forward in the triangle. Scottie Pippen, you got LeBron James, and now we have a bunch of point forwards. So it's like every era borrows from each other, and that's what I hate about NBA conversations. Nobody likes to acknowledge this. Nobody likes to acknowledge it, which I find annoying. I always say I believe in that shit all the way, bro. That's why I don't like like Julie Okafor. I think brought him up because I've seen this conversation a lot of times. Julie Okafor be a star in another era. I'm like, how? Like, how? Imagine him trying to go up against like Moses Malone. Dude, I don't even think he'd go up against like Rudy Tomjanovich or like someone with a solid career, but nothing crazy, you know?
yeah, it'll be way different. It'll be way different. But the NBA, it is a television product, so they got to give you something different every 10 years.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, dude, look, the game evolves amazing, dog.
Yeah, it's still good. That's the thing. It evolves, but it's still good though.
It's always gonna evolve for the better.
I don't think it evolves for the better. I think it evolves for a different flavor. Like, everyone's sick of vanilla ice cream, so try chocolate.
Yeah, of course, bro. Now it's the 3-point shot. Sooner or later, you know what? Teams will go for more for like a mid-range jumper. You never know, It always comes back.
Yeah, it always comes back full circle. You're right. It definitely does.
Yeah. Like right now, big men. Everyone's investing in a big man. Like 7 years ago, the big man was winning championships for what? Zaza Pachulia, Tristan Thompson, Thiago Splitter. Thiago Splitter.
That's crazy.
JaVale McGee.
Tyson Chandler.
Birdman. I mean, like that's what we were on, Chris Bosh kind of changed it a lot. I got to give him credit. Then you saw Draymond Green spun. Like, time always changes, man. I think that's the best part of the sport. I think that's why we gravitate to the sport so much. And that's why we learn about previous eras, bro.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a beautiful piece of art, man. Definitely is.
Yeah. Like, I'm already looking forward to the next season because of how much I love sports. Like,
yeah, things are gonna get interesting. I can't wait for the free agency period, but I'm not gonna jump too far ahead because shit is type interesting right now with the potential
I'm living in
Celtics
the moment. I'm living in the moment.
Maverick series.
Yeah,
that's
of course, we're living in the moment, right? Like, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a different type of July. It's not gonna be like, oh, this person signed.
No, that's not gonna be nothing crazy. But I think like the conversations will be fun because I always find I can't lie. I find off seasons like when it comes to basketball conversations, I find off seasons fun.
Yeah. And off seasons add more nuance. It adds more nuance.
Because like you're just like craving it, right? So you're just gonna think about the most craziest shit, or you're gonna think about like this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? Some takes are gonna be bad, some takes are gonna be good, but that's sports.
Yeah, that's sports. Yeah, it's opinions based. You got to stand on it.
Oh, like I'm reading back my articles. I'm like, damn, this prediction age like milk. Like it's just like I'm fine. Like that's awesome,
it's straight. It's straight. I mean, you see it every day with Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith.
That's what makes it fun. Like. Yeah, my Nuggets prediction was bad, but I wouldn't want it to be like my prediction. I'm happy that it went like 360. Timberwolves won instead. It makes it fun.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like imagine, bro, all of our predictions came out true. Like Philly beating the Knicks. Imagine that shit. It was like, that's boring. Like you kind of want it to be,
Yeah, a little more nuanced. That's what I like.
100%, bro. Like I'm happy this season even my playoff predictions, my first article, a lot of the teams didn't make it, but I'm happy. Like, I didn't even put Orlando as one of the teams predicted. I didn't put Minnesota. I'm just happy. Like, I didn't even have Oklahoma all that high. Like, I'm just happy a lot of them didn't make it. I'm like, dog, this is what I love. Like, the fact that, like, a year ago when I was making the article and, like, now, it's like, complete different. I'm just happy about that shit. And you probably feel the same when you watch like older videos and you're like, damn, I'm happy like it became this instead of this.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
I think that's what makes both like that's what makes I think both of us have fun with what we do.
Definitely.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
All right, man.
definitely,
You
man.
take care, bro.
Yo, Saeed, appreciate you, man. Check out Saeed's newsletter in the description below. And yeah, man, we're gonna link up again. Wait, Edwards jumped over fucking Gafford the other day.
Well, that was nasty.
That was crazy. I don't know where the fuck he found those hops from.
You could tell his frustration, bro.
Yeah, man. Yo, bro, it's like someone pressed a button when he jumped.
Yeah.
And he just flew. Like his shoes exploded or something.
Dude, it's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. All right, bro. Take care, man.
All right, Saeed, you enjoy it.
All right, you take care, brother.
All right.